what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Saturday night in which LeBron James had his birthday robbed by the National Basketball Association in a 108-106 loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves and their three homies on the sidelines. And everybody in the NBA likes to call it the caucus, but it's Sea Caucus, New Jersey. Once again, New Jersey rears its ugly head to the rest of the world as usual. Man. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna go all ballistic and throw a tantrum. I'm not gonna do it. I want to, but I'm not gonna do it because I've seen this movie too many times. I know how it ends. I've seen this scenario play out too many times. I know how it ends. I've seen this circumstance affect the Los Angeles Lakers too many times. I know how it ends. And the funny thing is, all these weirdo fanboys, like the Kawhi fanboys, the fake Clipper fans who seek refuge in Clipper colors, the Celtic fans, all these people make it seem like the Lakers get all the calls and that's how they win. They can only win if they get all the calls. But we starting to stack up bodies on these games in which we are flat out robbed of calls at the end of games that are on camera. Sea Caucus, Tony Brothers, and your two backup dancers. Like, come on, man. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing to us, man? This is crazy what y'all doing to us, man. And you robbed LeBron on his birthday, man. Come on, man. This man has saved the league for the last handful of years, man. And that was wrong, man. That was wrong. You know what? If that happened to Steph, you know what I mean? If that happened to KD, if that happened to Joker, Embiid, et cetera, I'd be up here saying that's whack. Like, that's not even a Laker or LeBron thing. It's just, how do you get something so obvious like that wrong? Like, I don't understand, man. Who's working the referee? I mean, who's working the replay booth? The O.J. Simpson jury? Damn. Come on, man. Man. But at the end of the day, I will say this. You make your own luck. You put yourself in situations. There's that to be said. You make your own luck in this league, and you put yourself in a situation where one play can hurt you, and one play will hurt you. So I'm going to kind of look at that side of the table today. I've spoken my piece on the whackness that was that call and then replay, and I'm not even sure the ref was looking at the ground, man, to be honest with you. He made the call, made it a 2, so when they went to the replay, they couldn't really justify it as overturnable, challenge, which I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like I said, it's got to be like the O.J. Simpson jury over there in Sea Caucus, along with, it's just, I don't know, man. Is that where they put Eric Lewis in the replay center now? They didn't stash him. He had a couple more months, a year to get his pension. So they stashed him in Sea Caucus. Like, come on, man. This is crazy. You had the O.J. Simpson jury over there, along with Stevie Wonder as the foreman. I mean, come on, this is terrible, bro. What y'all did tonight was terrible. That was terrible, man. So let me shout out everyone who's in the building so far. I know y'all heated tonight, man. Search and destroy, man. We have found Search. Who found Search, man? Search, bro. We had a reward out for y'all, man. No one hit us for a ransom, so we felt confident you'd be back, man. No one hit us for a ransom. So I was like, I think Search is all right, man. I think he's all right. He might be on a sniper mission. He might be out serving his country. Let's not worry about Search. Search knows how to handle himself. Like, don't worry about Search. You don't find Search. Search finds you. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. Welcome back, Search and Destroy, man. Back in the building. The mod God, the mod father, the mod of mods. Appreciate you pulling up, sir. Festo, yes, sir. What's going on with you? Thank you for pulling up. Salute to you, Festo. I know y'all gonna be upset tonight. Got you, bro. Appreciate you. Back in the building like you just left. Welcome back, Search and Destroy. Welcome back, Search. Here we got Tamika in the house. Thank you for pulling up, Mrs. Tamika. Hello, Jeff and everyone. Hello to you too, Tamika. Thank you for pulling up. Hope y'all had a great Saturday, a good Saturday night. I got on here a little late today. I had a little family event I had to get out to, and knew I had to pull up on y'all tonight, man. I just knew I had to pull up on y'all tonight. Hanson, what's good, man? Hey, Jeff and everyone. What's going on with you, man? Thank you for pulling up. Salute to you as well. Giovanni Ramirez, I just can't believe it. LeBron James got robbed by the NBA ref. So mad. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was I don't understand what goes on in these things, man. Like you have to see, here's my thing. You have to know when you look at that replay that you are going to take a massive amount of heat, because it was clear as day Now, granted, it does not mean that Minnesota doesn't come down and hit a shot to win. It doesn't mean that we don't go to overtime and still lose. I understand that. And my thing is that, but we should have been in position to at least defend the final shot. And if they miss it, a chance to steal a good road win on the road in Minnesota. So I understand that even if that shot was counted as a 3, they still had to get another stop. I understand that. I do. That doesn't escape me. But still, we deserve the right at that point to get it. To get a look at that, man. Eric Kwan, what's good, brother? They need a new type of offense. They do. They new. They need an offense, because tonight their offense was Braun and AD, and Braun joined the party late. He joined it. He wanted to make a late entrance to his own birthday party. You know what I mean? AD came out early in the first quarter, said, "Give me the loop," and then he's bad boy, man. And then they kind of went away from it a bit in the second quarter. He sat a lot to start that second quarter. Came out to start the third quarter. They really didn't feed him as much. He had 21 points in the first half, if my memory serves me correct. And then he had 25 late in the third. So they didn't really feed the beast. And he got some points there towards the end in the fourth. But like I said, AD has to have, when he was rolling like that, Karl Anthony Towns had 4 fouls within with 1 minute into the third quarter. He was a non-factor the first half of that game. Rudy Gobert wasn't scoring, but he was a plus 17 in the first half. Ant was getting busy. Naz Reid got busy. They had much more depth and balance over there in Minnesota. The Lakers role players just did not come to play tonight. And as a result of that, the Los Angeles Lakers suffered a loss. You can't have the first night of a back-to-back where you go out there and you just offer no support to your stars. Anthony Davis, 12 of 17 for 33 points, 17 rebounds, 2 block shots, man. But the Lakers over here shooting 7 for 24, 29% from 3. I'm not too upset about the attempts. I always say I want them south of 25. They were there tonight. They shot 42% overall. It's not good. I said that Minnesota was shooting down near 60% in the first half. I like their percentages would fall. The Lakers had to capitalize on that. They fell to 50% for the night, 35% from 3, 10 more 3-point attempts than the Lakers at 34, but they had 5 more makes. That's pretty much the game right there. And when you get into the turnovers, Minnesota had 19. The Lakers did not turn the ball over as much. Obviously, they only had 10 turnovers, which is fantastic. But it was just, they had less fouls in Minnesota. The Lakers did so many things to win this game that just didn't work out for them. And the refs obviously did not make it easier for them at the end, man. And absolutely search. What a mess. What a mess. Absolutely. Braun's post-game interview was very revealing, like really revealing. Yeah, man, it sucks to lose like that. I understand. They didn't, I think Braun is frustrated with a lot of things. 1, the call, obviously. 2, lack of support from his teammates tonight, scoring wise. But the Lakers played a really, really good defensive game for most of the game. But the lack of another scorer in tonight's game outside of Braun and AD, and Braun, AD getting 12 points in the second half after 21 in the first, and then Braun, like I said, really not waking up until the fourth quarter there. So, I get why he was upset. He probably was upset with himself the way he started that game too. Laker Familiar, what's going on, man? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate the support as always. Many hidden messages in that post-game interview. Yeah, Braun's like that. Braun could be passive aggressive. They did not take advantage of Towns, who had 5 fouls. And Eric, he had 4 fouls with 1 minute to go. 1 minute into, the third quarter. So they definitely did not take advantage of that. Dan Inspiration, thank you for pulling up. Lakers got robbed harder than a college kid and get robbed by a dealership. Facts, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Late night stream. Yes, JSJ, man. It's a nightlife with Empire Jeff TV tonight. Appreciate y'all pulling up. I know it's a Saturday night, man, but I got home a little earlier than I anticipated. And, like I said, wanted to chop it up with y'all, man. I'm taking it a little easier tonight. Tomorrow's going to be woo. But tonight, I got to chill a little bit. I let my liver take a little bit of a break today, and then put it through hell tomorrow. You know how it goes, man. Speaking of that, I hope y'all have a good New Year's Eve day, and New Year's Eve tomorrow night, man. Safe one as well. Watch Braun's post-game interview like Alex Jones stuff. He went full-fledged conspiracy. Oh, man, Alex Jones is nuts, bro. I just woke up from a nap or a nightmare, because if you saw that game, that was probably a nightmare though, huh? Braun said that calling his 3-point shot was ham. I know. That is funny, man. Dan's YouTube. Homie threw so many F-bombs. Dan was pissed. We all have last year's Celtic PTSD. I was out when Dan did his stream, but I tapped in a little bit just to give him some watch time. Obviously, drop a like and drop a comment to support my brother. If you haven't go watch it, go ahead and check it. But I had to get to my show, but I'll watch it in entirety after the fact. Absolutely, he looked heated. And honestly, if I would have went live right after the game, I probably would have been a little heated too. But I was out already. I was watching the game, but I was out. So it was. That was a tough loss, man. I was like I said, the Boston PTSD. That Boston loss was bad. This one was bad. The Boston loss stung, but this one may have been an even worse call. Like it might have been an even worse call. So, and then on the fact that it's being on LeBron's birthday, we needed this win. We competed hard enough to get this win. We did everything we could have done to have gotten this win on the defensive side of the ball. Like I said, offensively, those guys didn't need to step up. Like if you look down this stat sheet, man, like what is going on here, man? What is going on with some of these dudes as we look down this stat sheet? So we got Jared Vanderbilt, 5 points. 5 personal fouls. Give me 1 second. Cam Reddish, 4 points. Vanderbilt, 8 points, right? You had Taurean Prince, 9 points. D'Angelo Russell, 5 points on 1 of 4 shooting. He only took 4 shots, D'Lo. Come on now. Rui Hachimura, 5 points on 2 for 8. Austin Reeves with 2-11, 0 for 5 from 3 with 9 points. Christian Wood played about 14 minutes, all of that, I think, in the first half. He had 7 points. I don't believe he touched the floor in the second half, unless my math is tripping. But as I'm looking at this, interesting enough, he played low minutes, about 13 minutes, but Christian Wood was actually a +3. Austin Reeves, in all those misses, was a +2. What continues to jump off a stat sheet to me that I don't think enough people are giving credit to. A lot of people come down on Taurean Prince if he doesn't have a high scoring game. And they seem to give him trouble for that. Although he was 3 for 9 tonight, I don't love. He was 3 for 6 from 3, 50%. But he was a +15 tonight. If you go back and you just start looking at his impact when he's on the floor. I was on a Big Art stream tonight during the game. Shout out to Big Art Sports, man. That's my brother over there. Check out the stream. I was on for a good portion of the game before I had to head out. Art pointed out something that the leash on Taurean Prince tonight was shorter than usual. He was getting pulled. He wasn't really in there for long stretches. He was getting pulled. And I said, that's the guy that shouldn't be pulling because, even when his shot isn't working or his shot isn't falling, he competes on defense. So he gives you a chance to win. He competes on defense. And, that was interesting that today they kept pulling him out when they could have needed him. And I didn't understand what they were doing with that there. But Taurean Prince has impact on this game, even when he's not scoring. He's important out there, especially on the road. So tonight he was a +15. So he was on the floor. The Lakers were playing well. Every time they pulled him out, things would awry. So I'm going to keep in mind there because I know when it comes to Taurean Prince, a lot of Laker Nation just looks at the box score and looks at points. They don't look at the other things that he contributes to the basketball court, especially on the defensive end, to be able to help keep those wings in check because he does a tremendous job with that. Hanson says Timberwolves won't go very far in the playoffs. And I like it. They really rely on ISO ball too much and hero ball. Lakers should go get Dennis Schroeder. So I don't sit back and fear Minnesota. I know the Lakers for some reason have trouble winning in Minnesota. There's always a variety of things to go wrong up there. I do not fear them come playoff time. I agree with you. I don't think to me, Minnesota's a first or second round exit. I've said that before. I'll say it again. They're the top seed in the West. Shout out to you. They're taking the regular season serious. I love that. This isn't me talking salty or hating. I don't look at them and see, oh my God, this is a contender, or this is a team that's going to get to the Western Conference Finals. They remind me a lot of last year's Sacramento. I would take OKC over them, to be honest, in a series. Like if it's these two head to head against each other, I think OKC would be more scarier to playoff teams than Minnesota would, to be honest with you, man. Let's see. We got since Toronto is probably selling pieces now. Toronto is not probably, they're absolutely selling pieces now. So keep a lookout on them. Dennis, it's funny because people in Toronto, the Toronto Raptors fans, being that me and Dan are on the PSF app, which will be back a lot next month. Like this month has been crazy because of the holidays and all that, but we will be back on PSF starting next month regularly. Just this month was really hard to pull everything off and get everything going. But on the PSF app, we got like a little group chat, or we've linked up with a bunch of different creators over there. And I talked to a lot of people that cover the league on PSF, and some of them are media guys, some of them are just like content creators, right? So I talk a lot of trash with the Toronto guys, and they hate Dennis Schroeder. Like they want him bought out. They'll eat the money. They don't care. They want him gone. It's funny because Lakers fans hated him when he was here, and now they want him back. So it's just kind of funny. I always liked Dennis. I felt his value, kind of like Taurean Prince. I think people just look at the offensive side of the ball and don't really pay attention to what guys bring on the other side of it. And it wasn't Dennis Schroeder's fault that Darvin Ham loves small ball lineups. You know what I mean? It wasn't his fault. I like Dennis Schroeder. I wish he was still here. I like Gabe Vincent. Potentially thought it could have been an upgrade, but it's not an upgrade if you can't get your ass on the court, right? So Dennis competes every single play. I like that. Maybe they do bring him back. I don't know, but I agree that Toronto's gonna be blowing stuff up. I'll have some. I've got a breakdown on that. It happened today. I was out and about. I wasn't home. I couldn't break down that trade, but we could talk about it a little later in the video. I got my thoughts on that trade as well. Who puts these refs in these types of games? Some hot garbage referee committee. Yeah, again, my thing comes back to this goes to a replay center in Secaucus, New Jersey, and they all had to know, even if they think, okay, maybe an angle, I don't know, they had to know that this was enough to be a big problem if they ruled against this. They had to know that this looked like a 3-point make. It was like they had to know that this one, especially what happened last year, they needed to get this one right, and they still didn't. So I don't understand why, what happened, and how they let that to happen. Because I can understand if this was refs on the floor, they huddle up, they had no benefit of replay, they had a bad angle, maybe, right? I would almost be understanding of all that. But the fact that they had replay, they had a clear angle, precise angle for the referees on site to see, plus those in Secaucus, New Jersey, to review it in multiple angles, slow motion, everything you need to see, super slow-mo, everything you need to determine the fact that that was indeed a 3-point made basket. And the fact that they fumbled that, again, there's no guarantee the Lakers win this game, even if they count that as a 3. I understand that. But the fact that they didn't make the right call and at least get the Lakers a chance to defend the final shot to potentially take it to overtime, or potentially something gets crazy and they steal an inbound. I mean, who knows? But does not mean the Lakers were going to win that game if they counted that 3 as a 3 as opposed to a 2. However, the Lakers deserved a chance to play defense in a tie game to determine overtime or not. The refs were waxed. Searching the story. Yep. Zachary, thanks for playing. I appreciate the support. Jeff, Lakers defense is fine, even better than last season, but offense is awful. Lakers defense is better than last season in the first half of the season for sure. Lakers second half defense was approaching next level. They haven't taken it to that level yet, but as far as a whole for last season, yeah, it is better. But they've had stretches, especially like after they made that starting lineup where they put Cam into the starting lineup and took Austin out. They were starting to look a lot like last year's defense, and it's slipped since then because again, the league adjusts. The league started adjusted to what Cam was doing to him. Cam wasn't all skill when it came to defense. It was sneaking up on people, stealing inbound passes, crowding space. So the things that Cam was doing, they're picking up on now. So they're paying attention more around him. The secret is out with him. So he's not as impactful as he was early on when they put him into the starting lineup. And the Lakers are kind of riding this out a little too long for me. I've said multiple times that as long as Cam Reddish is our starting 2 guard, this team is not a contending team. I believe that. It's no shade on Cam. It's just he's not the man for the job, in my opinion. And the longer the Lakers continue to put him in that role, I believe they're going to continue to have these struggles. Should have been overtime. Yeah, well, at least an attempt to force overtime. Because remember, Minnesota was going to get the ball back. So, yeah, that should have had an attempt at overtime for real. Refs called it a 2 on the floor. You know that was when the refs had money on the game, bro. I mean, I don't know. I'm not into all the conspiracy parts of that. Like if refs got money on the game, like that would be. I mean, first of all, if refs had money on the game, it'd be pretty hard to protect that. You know what I mean? It'd be pretty hard to not get caught up over time in that, especially if multiple of them are doing it. But I mean, who knows? Crazier things have happened. My thing is just. I don't know if they're out there gambling that they would fumble something that bad with potential to get caught up in the money situation there. My thing is like they called it a 2. They felt that other angles showed that it wasn't clear and precise. If they look at 10 angles and only one of them shows clear, they take that into consideration, which I'm not agreeing with them. I want to be clear about that. But I don't know for a fact how many angles they looked at to make them say that it's inconclusive. But had they called it a 3 off top, they wouldn't have been able to overturn it that way, but they called it a 2. So I still think they got the call wrong. I don't care if they had 50 angles. That one angle to me to me, indicated a made 3-point basket. That's just me, right? Maybe they had another angle that made it look a little like you couldn't really tell, but that angle, which was more than likely going to be the best angle to me, and to a lot of other people out there, determined that was a 3-point make. So even the haters who hate on the Lakers and hate on LeBron James, they're using the excuse, you still had to win it after that. So they're not even arguing the fact that it wasn't a 3. So that's how you know that they got the call wrong. Because even the people that hate the Lakers and hate LeBron, they're even admitting that it was a made 3. So they're actually on the Lakers side in this. And that's rare. That's for sure rare. Church, we knew you were deployed and would be back. Yeah, man. Serge was out there serving his country, man. Like I said, shout out to Serge, man. Shout out to Serge. I think the Lakers finished the job in overtime too. Maybe. I mean, no way to know for sure. I don't like to do the hypothetical stuff, but I will say, again, I also believe you make your own luck. If you let the game come down to one play, that's on you. The Lakers, bench and the Lakers complementary players and role players. If just one of those guys took a little bit of a leap tonight and just hit a little extra step there, and took their level of play a little bit higher, the Lakers win this game. So as much as we want to blame the refs, which they deserve blame, as much as we would like, as everyone loves to blame Darvin for everything, including the weather, then at the end of the day, had the Lakers played better offensively, because I said their defense was good enough, right? Their turnovers were only 10. They only shot 24 threes. The percentage wasn't great, but they shot below 25 threes, which I think is their sweet spot. Anything above then gets scary. My thing is they did a lot of things right in this game, but the guys that they depended on to help AD and LeBron James on the offensive side of the ball didn't show up to LeBron's party today. And LeBron showed up to his own party late. And when that happens, that's what happens, man. All of Jeff's links, in the link tree, linktr.ee/Empire Jeff. Speaking of that, I created, man, it's crazy. This funny story. I can't go all the way into it, but I had to. I created a new IG, man, for the channel, man. It's butt naked right now. Like I'm not even sure there's a follower on it yet. It's Empire Jeff TV on Instagram. I'm gonna start pushing everything over there, just for the simple fact that it probably wasn't a good idea to try to have my personal account be tied into this, because there's some weirdos out there. But outside of that, I'm gonna leave it at that. Outside of that, so for the Instagram, I got to update the link tree and all that, and then even the branding up here at the top of the screen. But the Instagram is now Empire Jeff TV. Empire Jeff is still there, but like I said, I'm not going to be responding to people on that one. If you want to talk regards to channel and all that stuff, hit up Empire Jeff TV, because yeah, man, your boy, man, your boy got, I don't know what's wrong with people, bro. Some people are just weird. So I'm not gonna check the inboxes of that one anymore, man. So Empire Jeff TV on Instagram. Head on over there, man, because I'm trying to make my personal one a weirdo-free zone, man. shopcourtkings.com to get free shipping on our latest and greatest release from shopcourtkings.com. As a matter of fact, we have some new merch that we dropped tonight celebrating one LeBron James in his 21st year at age 39, celebrating 23 as we close out 2023. Head on over to shopcourtkings.com. 21 years of greatness. Close 2023 paying homage to the great career of number 23. Check out this fire graphic by Chris the Graphic God over there, man. Items are all ready to ship and go. shopcourtkings.com. Still get free shipping. Dodger fans out there that cover the baseball, over here, you're going to head over there and get your Ohtani merch over there at shopcourtkings.com, as well as our Los Angeles Court Kings City of Champs Baseball Dodgers edition with the World Series trophy, the city of LA and Dodger Stadium in the background there. shopcourtkings.com. And like I said, today, it's all about LeBron James' birthday, 21 years of greatness for the King. shopcourtkings.com. Take advantage of that free shipping. Like I said, no idea how long that's going to continue, but I can promise you it's not going to be forever. Let me get back over here. Appreciate your search. Hanson said, Jeff, who is off limits for you this trade season? At this point, like, guys, what I was talking about of saying, like, we have an unexpected flawed roster. Okay, we really thought that this roster was going to be better, myself included. It's not. So we now have to take everything's on the table at this point. Everything's on the table at this point. Anyone outside of LeBron James and Anthony Davis is on the table at this point, if it makes you better. Obviously, when it comes down to for me, for my money, when it comes down to a Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and a Max Christie, it has to make us it has to be a significant upgrade. I'm not trading Reeves, Rui, or Christie for a marginal move. I'm not moving any of those guys um, to be a similar team. Like I'm not moving those guys unless it's for an all-star level player. Because if you're moving them to get what would be considered a quality role player, when those guys are quality role players, they just need to take a leap there a little bit. But other than that, no one is untouchable. Bron and AD, that's it. Bron and AD, that's it. And like I said, unless it's a trade where you're not getting a ton back, then I would say I probably wouldn't throw any of those guys in there. It's probably D'Lo, and D'Lo can get you a lot of different trade packages. So D'Lo alone could get us the move. I think that could really help us. But if you're talking like top tier, like if Atlanta finds that DeJounte Murray's market is not strong, which I find hard to believe, then you can start talking about Rui and Austin. You know what I mean? You can start having conversations about that. Even though I don't think it would be enough to get him, I probably would do that move for him because he's a two-way guard. He's signed long-term. He's young. He's a good player. I probably would do that. But I feel that if Atlanta put DeJounte Murray on the open market, I feel there are teams who could top the Lakers offer. And like I said, I think the Knicks are in play for him. They made that big trade today. They've got picks, they've got salary, and they can do moves now. A lot of these other teams got to wait till January 15th. So the Knicks were smart in what they did today, getting this done before other teams can get involved in the bidding. I was a little surprised that Toronto didn't wait this out some, but I guess they figured we don't want to risk them getting hurt. And pull the trigger now. You get some players you want. You do get a high value second round pick from the Detroit Pistons, which equivalently is basically like the last pick in the first round, essentially. So I like what the Knicks did, man. I think Knicks definitely got the best of that deal. And depending on what the number is that they re-sign OG Anunoby at, I think it's a great deal for them. He's the perfect guy to play with a coach like Tibbs. New York City's going to love him. I think New York won that trade, and I don't even think it's close. Join Dan, Jeff live on the PSF app. Yeah, starting next month, we'll be back calling live Laker games. Starting next week, we'll be back with our Lakers Kingdom show on the PSF app as well. Also on the PSF app, if you go on there and you join the Lakers chat, join the Empire Jeff TV chat too. I got my own separate one in there. Dan's got a separate one too. So make sure to join those. I'm gonna do some shows in there. Also building on my playback channel too, so we'll be doing some live games on there as well. I need to put together a little playback crew that can get up there and help me call some games. Because it's a lot of time, a lot of commitment, YouTube, PSF, and then playback. So I'm gonna need a game time crew, man, to help me break these down, man. So help wanted soon, especially when I'm be covering the Dodgers. So lot of material, a lot of content coming soon. I got some interviews lined up. I got some panels coming up. I got some people coming in around trade, about trade season in the next couple of weeks. Got some good stuff coming away for the channel, man. By the way, on the channel, if you have not done so already, please drop a like on the video. It really goes a long way to help the channel. If you are new, also go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It looks like about 30% of the viewers who watch nightly are still not subscribed. You watch nightly. Come on, subscribe to your boy. Help the channel out. Turn on those notification bell to get notified when we go live on days such as tonight. Shan, thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you, Shan. Music. Thoughts on the Raptors Knicks trade? Okay, so started getting onto it a bit. So I look at it like this. It's not that I don't like RJ Barrett, but I think he's redundant with Randall. It's not that I love Emmanuel quickly. But here's my thing. With the New York Knicks, I feel like they paid RJ Barrett too much, and they didn't want to pay quickly too much. So they wanted to make a move for a guy that fits Thibodeau's system. They needed a guy like that. His price dropped. They were turning down like 2 or 3 first-round picks for him a year ago. Now he's a pending free agent. You're always going to get more if you trade the guy prior to his free agent season, because you're not trading him as a rental. A team can get them for a full year and a half if you trade him the season before the trade deadline. So the Toronto Raptors did not do that. They didn't do it with Van Vliet. He walked. They didn't do it with Trent Jr. He opted into his contract. He's a pending free agent. So I think they learned their lesson this time, and they wanted to collect guys that are on longer-term deals that fit a timeline with Scotty Barnes and what they're trying to build up there. And so from that perspective, like I said, I feel like the Knicks felt that they probably overpaid for RJ, wanted to get him out of there. they like quickly, but they need to improve their roster. And if they're paying RJ and we're gonna have to pay a restricted free agent and quickly this summer, then how do you fix your defensive woes? And then, like I said, RJ Barrett is a redundant when it comes to Randall. So I like the trade for them. Like I said, OG can guard 1 through 5. He's a perfect guy to play with Tibbs. He's a better offensive player than people think. I'm personally of the opinion that people just went to OG's stat sheet, looked him up, and judged him as a player. They clearly don't watch the guy play, because if you watched OG play, you know that the Knicks got someone that could really fit into their system. So I love the trade for New York. I don't hate the trade for Toronto. I think it's good for them too. I just think New York won the trade. They got the best player in the trade. They got a fit that they needed. Toronto's not going anywhere right now. This could help New York potentially get to the second round again this season. So love the move for them. And they're not done. They're not done. New York has a lot of picks. They got Fournier's contract. They got some of they're looking to move Grimes. Keep an eye, like I said, on Murray over there. Keep an eye on DeRozan. Potentially, I don't think Cleveland gets a little frisky at this trade ladder when it comes to Donovan Mitchell. But in the event that if we get a Kyrie situation, like 2 weeks before the trade deadline, he demands a trade, the New York Knicks will be right there, ready and willing to get involved in that. I piss off. That's why I play GT. You're pissed off. Hey, Samurai, thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I get it. It's a tough night. It's a tough night to be a Los Angeles Laker fan, man. But the best thing is, and about this league, you gotta take it. And they're back at work tomorrow, so if they get a win tomorrow, it'll help lighten the blow a little bit of this one. I know it'll suck, and it'll happen again, and we'll compare this game just like the Boston game, and we're like, just like it happened here. But at the end of the day, there's nothing we nor the Lakers can do about it. And like I said, you gotta consider the fact that we have to put ourselves in the mentality of making our own luck. And the Lakers played well enough. If they did a couple things better in this game, they would have won this game without that call. They have to be better at those things if they want to win an NBA championship. So hopefully they'll learn from a loss like this. Anyone else playing GTA? I'm not obviously I'm on YouTube and I'm not a gamer, but shout out to everyone else that is. I think we win tomorrow. Hopefully, man, we need a road win. I mean, we need a win. Like, we need a win tomorrow. Absolutely need a win. We needed a road win tonight, but we need that win tomorrow for sure. Hey, Craig, hello to you. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. I think the Lakers will be mad. I think they will be mad, and that's fine. It's okay. But I like I said, if they had a little better second quarter, a little better third quarter, some better offensive production from their co-stars, from their role players, they win this game. They win this game probably rather easily, in a game where Towns was just not great, especially in the first half. This game was theirs. They blew it. The last 2 times in Minnesota, the Lakers had chances to win. They didn't. They've got to figure out a way to win in that building, because they potentially could face them in the playoffs. The cops crying in GTA 4 is karma for the Lakers getting robbed. I see you. I at war right now with LCPD and GTA. He's all over GTA right now. Lakers lost because no one besides AD and LeBron could score over 10 points. Yeah, exactly. Now, if you had everyone else right at 9 points, a bunch of guys at 9 points, you could kind of get away, but you can't have. Like, you can't have. Ideally, you need someone at 15 there, right? And at least you need someone at 15. Braun, 80 in the 30s. Braun in the 20s. Someone needs to get in the 15 area. That's just ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Like that probably cost us the game probably more than that bad call did, in my opinion. Like I said, we make our own luck. Anyone hype for Grand Theft Auto 6? I'm sure there are. Yes, if new, please subscribe. And welcome to the Laker family. Where are we at right now? I didn't even look at what the sub count was at today. Let's see. I'm trying to get to 800 tonight. I don't know if it's going to happen. We're at 797, man. Come on, y'all. 797. We got 26 likes on the video. Man, y'all would really make my night. If we get to 800 subs tonight and 50 likes on a video on a Saturday night, I know it's going to be light traffic tonight. People are doing things. It's the weekend. But 797 subs. If you're new to the channel, please drop a sub. Let's try to get to 800 tonight. 26 likes on the video. For those who have subscribed already, appreciate the support. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Let's see here. Every player on last year's team deserves an apology. Ham legit shown regardless what roster, he can't put guys in good positions. Well, again, like, games like tonight are not on Darvin Ham. Like, they're not. Darvin's not perfect, and Darvin does not escape blame for his faults this season. But tonight's game isn't on Darvin Ham. It's just not. Like, it's not. These guys need to play better. They started the game better tonight, but he still rolled out that starting lineup that's not great. We got lucky to start the first quarter, But that starting lineup isn't going to get it done over time. And until he realizes that, the Lakers are going to be in some trouble there. But outside of that, they still, even when they went to the bench and that starting lineup was no longer in there, you know, they those players didn't look like they came to play tonight. They didn't look right. And if you have games like that where you can't have it, Big Art said it best. If that's your starting lineup, LeBron and AD have to have monster games, and you got to hope that someone else, can contribute at a higher level, or you're not going to win. And that's what happened tonight. Bron and AD, although Bron showed up late, Bron and AD did their thing, and no one else really went to war with them. And that's what's going to happen. When you're on the road, you need some type of a third guy that can really help you get going there, man. GTA 4 over GTA 5, in my opinion. That's what he's saying. Purple and Gold, what's up, Empire? We just witnessed a highway robbery. Referee can't be penalized for bad calls, right? Purple and Gold, what's going on, man? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate the support. Actually, they can. They do get. It's, I don't want to say the word fine, but they get unassigned games, which is a loss of pay. So, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, Purple and Gold. This wasn't the refs. This was the replay center in Secaucus, New Jersey. So this wasn't on the refs. The refs looked at it, and then the replay center goes in and does it. They collaborate, they meet up, and then it comes down to that. So it's not always the referees. It's the people in the secret rooms behind the curtains. They get it wrong. Like, if y'all ever seen a video of that review center in Secaucus? Have y'all seen it? Like, there's so many people in there, man. It looks like air traffic control. Like, a bunch of people in there landing planes. You got that many people back there to review these calls, and you still get it wrong. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, man. Why not play Max when Reeves was struggling? Yeah, I agree. I don't know why Max was. I think Max should be getting Cam Reddish's minutes now, to be honest. I've seen enough. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to hate. Again, I'm just saying Christie potentially could be part of our future. I don't know how much of our future Cam is. Max Christie should be getting some run right now. And I actually would love Max to be in the starting lineup over him. To be honest, like, running the metrics of D'Lo, because we need shooting in this lineup, right? Running the metrics of D'Lo, Christie, Prince, Braun, and AD, the metrics are very strong. The only point on all the metrics that we're weak on is obviously the offensive rebounding, which is a struggle for us. But everything else, our defense is solid. Our offense is solid. It is a good balance with Christie in there instead of Reddish and with D'Lo in there, believe it or not. It's just finding the combination of who doesn't work with D'Lo, where that combination actually does work. I believe they had over 150 possessions of it. So it's valid. It's valid data. And I think they're like a plus 15 with that lineup. I would love to see that lineup start a game because you keep your bench intact for the most part. You can bring offense and defense off your bench. I've been a big component of starting Vando, but Vando is just not right yet. I'm cool with saying start Vando, get closer to the playoffs once he's healthy. Vando's not completely right out there. He's given his all. He's showing up to work. Salute to him for that. But he's not right yet. So as long as he's not right and they're keeping him down on minutes, I wouldn't mind the lineup, like I said, of D'Lo, Christie, Prince, Braun, and AD to start a game. The metrics support it. The metrics are strong, both offensively and defensively. Again, the gaping hole in that lineup is the offensive rebounding. And if they could figure a way out with that, then that lineup could be a solid starting lineup. Again, not an 8-minute starting lineup. Maybe you go 4 minutes or so, 4.5 minutes. And I would like to see that lineup starting because when they've played that lineup has played well together and it's been over 150 possessions. Hey, Miss Angie B, hello to you. Thank you for pulling up. Hope you're having a wonderful night outside of that terrible L we got tonight, man. That was bad, man. Hope you're having a good night, though. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate the support. D'Lo is sorry, man. Yeah, D'Lo is, I know I just said him in the starting lineup, but my thing is, while D'Lo deserves to shoulder blame, I understand. And while D'Lo is most likely out of here, I also feel that he's not being used correctly. So I was talking about that on Big Art's channel tonight too. I am not Team D'Lo. I'm not a D'Lo train. I'm not campaigning for D'Lo. It's just plain to see to me that he's not being used correctly, and he's not doing a good enough job of getting to his spots and playing his game. D'Lo was much more skilled than what we're seeing. He's being held back, and as a result of that, we're not feeling the impact that he actually could bring to this team. So again, that's on him as well. He doesn't get to escape blame there, but D'Lo is not trash. Like, he's not. He's playing like trash. That's a fact, but he's not trash. AOG 34. Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. Tough loss, but thank you for showing up tonight. Appreciate you. Please no shorter. He don't fit at all. No, I know. No, I was only saying it's funny how Laker Nation hated him last season, and so many people are calling for him back, right? Just like the same people who are screaming to bring Lonnie back. As soon as Lonnie got here, if he wasn't getting 20, they'd be tripping on him, or if he wasn't guarding people, they'd be tripping on him. It's just the way Laker Nation is, man. They're very passionate, picky, a bunch of different look at Ozzy Troy Joy Jr. over here talking with bro. I'm watching the replay of the game right now. By the way, while I'm doing this, Craig says, "Why no Max Christie? He scored over 10 points last game." Yeah, again, I'm not overreacting to one game when I say Max Christie. My thing is we're developing him. His skill set is something we need. He can shoot the ball. His percentages are fantastic. Sorry, give me 1 second. My terroristic puppy is being terroristic at the moment. Sorry, guys. He's shown me enough to where I would trust him out there because he's serviceable offensively. Teams have to guard him. He can get his own shot off. He plays with poise. He's comfortable. He does have some inexperience, but I would still take him over Cam because he's more offensively sound. He's good enough defensively, and he's an intelligent player. I would prefer to see him out there in Cam's minutes right now. I just really would. Look how they robbed my boy again, and people acting blind, sad on this B-Day too. Yeah, man, that was the toughest part. That sucked. They didn't have to do Braun like that, man. That was crazy. It was such an obvious call too, man. Obvious call, man. Please like, subscribe, share, and dunk on that notification bell to get notified when we go live days such as tonight. Thank you, Serge. Let's see. Did we get another sub yet? Come on, y'all. We still at 797, but at least we had 30 likes right now. Trying to get to 800 subs and 50 likes by the end of the stream. So if you haven't done so already, please drop a like on the video. And like I said, about 30% of the people who watch every night are still not subscribed. So come on, y'all. Hit that sub button, man. It's free and it helps the channel out so much. We got here. Dennis was solid, low key. Dennis. I like Dennis for what he was, like what he brought to the table. He brought tenacity. He brought an edge. He brought effort. And like I said, there was games where he could get 20 and games where he was terrible offensively. But the guy brought it every night on defense. He competed. We need guys like that. We need guys who start the game with energy. Who bring energy to the game. I'm not campaigning for him to start, but my thing is we need guys who can bring energy to a basketball court. And we need 5 of those guys on the court at all times. And tonight I felt they started the game well, like I said, we had stretches where they just couldn't score, man, like 10 possessions in a row, multiple minutes at a time. And you can't have these just offensive droughts like that when you got Braun and AD on the floor. AD slayed the first quarter, 21 in the first half, only 4 points in the third quarter, only 12 points in the second half. Like AD, if you got, me and Big Art was saying, man, AD should have had at least 30 at halftime, been on pace for 60. Not saying he would have got it, but if AD gets to 40 in this game, we win. He took his foot off the gas pedal there a little bit. He had a great game, phenomenal game. I'm not here to bash it, but what I'm saying is AD needs to become a shark when he smells blood. He needs to become a shark when he smells blood. Don't become a dolphin, bro. Come on, get out there, do your thing. Won us some games. He did. He absolutely won us some games. Hands on a chopping block for fans. Yeah, he ain't going nowhere, man. Ham's gonna be our coach the rest of the season. Nothing is gonna change. Every single buddy I've talked to that's that's got any type of insight is just telling me it's not happening. It's not happening. And if it did, they'd be shocked. It would have to be something drastic, like for it to happen. So it's not going to happen as far as I can tell. So there's no sense in just going nuts over it, But what will change and what most likely will have changed is the roster. And that's what we need to focus on because Darvin Ham is going nowhere this season. And we need to focus on how Rob, come January 15th to February 8th, what Rob Pelinka can do to get this roster right like he did last season. But like I said, Rob felt he went into this offseason, felt good. He did his job. He was going to sit back and wait to see. Now the bat signal's in the sky again. And I trust Rob when he's eligible to do it. People are saying, do something, Rob, but you just can't yet. Like half the league can't be traded yet. So come January 15th, when those floodgates open, the Lakers will be active. I assure you. Want no more point guards who can't shoot the ball. No, I get you. And but sometimes you need guys who can get out there and defend. You need a point of attack defender, a pest. They don't have one of those guys, right? We need one. We got Vando. We got Cam who can get out there and make up with his length, but he's kind of stiff. He can't move so great. He can make up ground with his length, but you need a guy who puts ball pressure on point of attack point guards. You need a point of attack defender, someone like Dennis who can make some guys uncomfortable, get in their head, talk trash. He's feisty. Like that's what Gabe Vincent was supposed to bring us, but he's not going to see the court till at least, you know, end of February probably. So that's why we need a guy like that. This team doesn't have it. So they got to find someone like that in the interim. And if it's signing someone at the 15th spot and waiving them later, that's what you got to do. You got to spend that extra money. Like we got to, because we can't just sit back and let these guys get to the basket at will and just have layup lines out there because our guards can't stop someone from getting there when you got one big in the game in AD. Like they gotta compound that. Hey, Connor, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. LaVine is better fit because he can shoot threes and better slasher score. Think about that perfect third option next to Bron AD. Okay, so LaVine is a good player when he plays. LaVine is a good player who is overpaid. So the thing is, when you have a guy like LaVine, who you're used to seeing play in Chicago with the amount of touches he gets, the amount of shots he gets, and the high usage rate, when he gets to the Lakers, all of those metrics go down except for his money. So now you got a guy who's getting less touches, less shots, less usage. His percentages will probably drop, but his money stays like he's being paid as the number one on another team. To me, mathematically, that just doesn't work out well for a third option. Now, I'm not saying you can't have a $25 or $30 million guy as your third option, but a guy making what Zach LaVine makes for the next 4.5 years, that's the problem. It's not the guy I don't like. It's not necessarily that he couldn't play here, but that would be if we live in a vacuum, and we are not in a vacuum. So his contract is a real issue. It's the elephant in the room. And while I do not hate Zach LaVine, I do hate his contract. So I don't think they should get him, nor do I think they will. That's pretty much where I stand on that. In the words of the great Forrest Gump, that's all I got to say about that. My issue with the call is how in the world do you call it a 2 so quickly in real time? And I was out. I haven't seen. I'm watching the replay live. It's about to come up here in a minute or two. I'm not even sure he was looking at the ground. Give me 1 second. Sorry, y'all. I gotta have some water. But like I was saying, I'm not even entirely sure that he was looking down at the 3-point line when he made the call. I'm gonna see the replay here in about. Well, it's in a minute 30 right now. So I'm gonna watch this replay right now with you guys. So give me a second. I'm not looking at the comments right now. But I know it's a play where AD hits the three, which is right here, splash. There we go. It's 104-100. I'm at the 120 mark. So I'm gonna watch it because I watched this when I was out. I didn't have audio, and I had it on my phone and I had it on the TV where I was at. But obviously I was out and about. I've seen the replay. But let me see something real quick. Okay, so they're going back real quick. Go Bears. It's goofy out there, man. I got some time here. Let me get back here to these comments real quick. Dennis Schroeder can't shoot. He isn't a good fit. He takes the ball out of the best player's hands. So no. Yeah, no, I hear you. Again, I'm not campaigning for it. I'm just saying I was merely talking about how Laker Nation is going about it and how they talk about how the guys they can't stand, and then as soon as they're gone, they want them back. That was my point. I wasn't campaigning for Dennis to come back. I was just laughing at the at the narratives there. Is what I was really talking about. So 1 second here. The refs gambling. Y'all really think the refs are cooking the books like that? Like, do y'all really believe that? Do y'all? I'm just curious. I don't think they're out here. Like, I don't think they're out there doing that, to be honest with y'all. Micah, yo, what's going on, man? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Hope you had a good night. Other than this terrible loss tonight, man, and the Lakers getting robbed, man. I hope everyone else, had a good night tonight, man. Shout out to Mike for pulling up the building. Better late than never, my brother. This offense is last week's garbage. It's New York City outside on the curb with no trash can garbage, right? That's exactly what it is, man. The offense, again, I think the Lakers' best acquisition is just bringing someone now. Like we're bringing an offensive guru in here. That's it. Sorry, Darvin. We're bringing someone in. Apply pressure. You're not going to fire him, but bring someone in. Even if it's someone that's not necessarily sitting on the bench, bring in a consultant. Bring in someone that's at practice, that travels, and is over this dude's shoulder offensively. And bring in a consultant that teaches, timeout management, challenge management, and offensive structure. Look, when you got a guy like LeBron James, it's really hard to implement an offense or a system, but someone that makes sure that these other guys, especially when Braun is on the bench, have action ran for them. So guys who are struggling like D'Lo early in the season, like Reeves, you got guys like Christian Wood, Rui Hachimura. These guys that you're going to require and need if you want to go deep into the playoffs. You got to get these guys active. You got to get them involved in the game. You got to run some things for them to keep them involved and not just standing out there in a 5-out, waiting to catch and fire with 3, right? So, or catch out there with the shot clock running down and get in within the 3-point line, but get a bad shot. So we need someone who can work with these other guys to get them more free and get them more confident and get them in a more of an offensive flow. Really, is what we really need right here. So give me 1 second. I want to see. I want to see this real quick. Here we go. That's when Braun got the N1. Okay, cool. But that's what they need. That's exactly what they need. And I don't know what the Lakers at this point, if the word is true that they're kind of examining his rotations and things like this, then they need to apply pressure. They need to apply pressure. That was some crazy whatever, yo. Yeah, it was. Hey, Gideon, thanks for pulling up, bro. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you had a good Saturday, man, for sure. What do you think about my Knicks swapping RJ and IQ for OG? I love it. I think the Knicks won the trade. They got the best player in the trade. He fits great with Tibbs. I broke it down earlier, but he fits great with Tibbs. I believe they'll be able to re-sign him. And like I said, I believe the Knicks felt they overpaid for RJ. I believe they felt they were probably going to have to overpay for Quickly, being that he was going to be a restricted free agent. So they figured if we can get OG now, get him in here, have a head start on signing him this summer. He's like I said, a perfect guy to play in a Tom Thibodeau system. And the Knicks needed a player like him if they hope to get to at least the second round of the playoffs again this year. I felt they went a little backwards this year. RJ and Randall were a little redundant. I love Quickly. Quickly's a bucket, but you can find bucket guys, man. You can get bucket guys. They're not done. They're still in play, probably for someone like DeJounte Murray, DeMar DeRozan. I doubt a Zach LaVine because it doesn't appear that clutch clients are even wanting to get anywhere near the Knicks right now. So outside of that, the Knicks are not done. That's for sure. But I like the trade for them. Like I said, I think they got the best player in the deal. And I think that, give me 1 second here. Oh, God, even in that. Yeah, this guy is not looking. Hold on a second. Oh, no. Wait, was he? Hold on. I'm watching this because I'm watching the referee's eyes the whole time. Oh, man, I'm not sure he even saw that looking straight down on it. Okay. Man, I'll tell you this, though. LeBron James, 80, all these guys, if you notice their interactions with Darvin in this game, these guys don't look like a bunch of guys that hate their head coach. I'm just telling you that right now. I'm just telling you that. So I'm not sure how true these reports are, man. JA, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up, man. We really need another score. Yeah, we do. And here's my thing. I've said this. I've said this throughout these last couple of weeks. I believe that you'll be able to get a bucket getter on the buyout market. I think bucket getters are going to become available. I think it's going to be the bigs that are going to be a premium at the trade deadline. I think guys are going to try to build up their rosters when you have to go through the likes of Joker, Embiid, AD, Towns, and Gobert in Minnesota. I think teams are going to go be paying premium for bigs. So I think, some of these deals that happen, I think some bucket getters may shake loose. And as a result of that, the Lakers are sitting pretty along with OKC in the buyout market. They can go out there and probably get a bucket getter in the buyout market, or they may not be as expensive via trade. I don't know. We got to see how this next month or month and a half plays out and where guys are in standings. I know they say it's a buyer's market right now, and they don't know. I'm sorry, it's a seller's market right now, and we just don't know if they're going to be selling. There's buyers, but maybe not enough sellers. And I'm interested to see when that tide turns. I believe there will be more sellers during the trade season. I just don't know if them. Hold on 1 second. That's where. Okay, so that's where the referee looked at it. So if you see the replay, that's why I wanted to watch it, because the replay they kept showing on TV, the ref's angle saw when Braun's right foot was passed, went within the 3-point line. But LeBron, not a step back, but he brought his right leg back and planted. And even in that replay, every angle shows that was a 3. But the referee's angle, in which he initially called it a 2, he was behind Braun, and he saw Braun's right leg go into inside the 3-point line. Then Braun pulled his leg back before he took the shot. So that's the angle the referee got, why he called it a 2. But the replay clearly showed that it was a 3. So I wanted to watch that specific play when it was live, because the replays like kept showing him like when he was looking along the sideline. But he was watching LeBron from behind him. And when Bron put his leg inside the 3-point line and then brought it back, as the ref was kind of passing by Bron's body, is when he brought the leg back. So he missed it. And then the replay clearly showed that it was a 3. And man, tough. His foot was on the line. Stop it. Nah, come on, most. You know what, most. You know when you get your drink, you get your glass, you get your ice, and you know what you do? You go in the fridge and you grab your glass of most haterade, man, and you just pour it in there, man. You drink it up, and you just anti-Bron, man, anti-Bron, anti-Lakers, anti-anything outside the 90s, trapped in the 90s. I get it though, man. You a Bulls fan, man. You gotta stay trapped in the 90s, bro. But shout out to you for pulling up, man. It is what it is, man. Hope you had a good Saturday. Hope you have a good New Year's, brother, man. But come on, man. That was not on the line. At least attempt to be, hey, yo, most attempt to be at least the least bit objective here, brother. Come on, man. Jay Lloyd says, if Ham keep this BS up, he gonna get escorted out the building with his hands in his pocket. Tonight's loss wasn't on Ham, bro. I get what you're saying. He's having a rough year, but tonight's loss was not on Ham. And there were several times that I saw him on the sideline, man, and he was having an out-of-pocket experience, man. His hands was out of his pockets tonight. I saw that. I don't know if y'all saw that. I'm gonna coin that, man. Out-of-pocket experience. Let's see. I don't trust the government. I don't trust the NBA. Hey, man, this is what it is. I get you. I'm a Laker hater, and his foot was on the line. We know you a Laker hater, man. You wear it proudly, man. I see you, man. It's all good, man. It's all good. At least you're not one of those dudes who hates on the Lakers and tries to act like you don't. At least you're open about that. I'll give you that. LA for life. What's going on, man? I'm hurt, man. Yeah, I think we all are, man. That was a tough one tonight. Definitely was. On to the next one, man. On to the next one. We can't shoot threes, and yeah, we're not a great 3-point shooting team, man. Whatever we do, Ham would mess it up. Trades, buyouts. That remains to be seen. But tonight's loss, like I said, was not on Darvin Ham, man. Oh, wow. They're insta-stalking. Yeah, man. Oh, bro. Angie. You're like, man. Yeah. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to get into the details. But yeah, your boy has some, there's some weirdos out there. That's all I can say, man. There's some weirdos, man. And, I could kind of laugh at it now, but I was like, what the? I don't know what goes through people's minds. But yeah, Empire Jeff TV is the Instagram, no longer Empire Jeff. If you hit up Empire Jeff, I ain't gonna respond. I ain't gonna see it. Excuse me. So Empire Jeff TV is the Insta to go at. Like others that I'm already like following, like that I know that I've been communicating with that aren't these weirdos. Excuse me. Like you can keep it the same. Like I'll respond to you because I've already accepted your message request, so I follow you. It's just a blind message request that I don't know. If I don't know you and you haven't slid, you haven't hit me in a DM yet, or like I'm not. Like I'm not. So if you grandfathered in, you straight. If not, Empire Jeff TV, because like I said, some people out here, man, man, they need the Lord in their lives now. For the new people, pull it up, man. Make sure to head on over to shopcourtkings.com to get the latest drops. I got some fire gear over there, man. For those who are just pulling up in the building, go and take a look at this, man. We dropped on. I know Bron had a bad birthday tonight for what happened there in Minnesota, but we celebrating 21 years of greatness from one LeBron James. Hold on, let me get this. Let me get Search's comment off the screen here. Excuse me, Search. Please excuse me. Closed 2023 paying homage to the great career of number 23 with the 20 years of greatness, LeBron James T at shopcourtkings.com. Available now. Free shipping. Order today. Ships out Monday. So place your order. Actually, ships out Tuesday. Monday's a holiday. Place your orders now before they're gone. Shopcourtkings.com. Currently, we still do have the free shipping available. So thank you, Search, for the reminder. See, this is why I need my moderator, man. Since he was out there searching, destroying other MFers, I need a search back, man. Need a search back. Where we at? Yeah, he just put out the year 21 LBJ. Thank you, man. Zachary says, Gary Trent Jr. from Raptors would fit perfect for the Lakers starting unit. I wish Lakers would trade for him. I don't like Cam's starting lineup. I agree with you. And they had talks with Toronto up into the trade deadline last season about Gary Trent Jr. I expect they will again this season. Last year he had a player option. We didn't know if he would opt in. He did opt in. He is an absolute surefire free agent this year. He is a clutch client. He is a fit. So yeah, I could see the Lakers having conversations with Toronto about him, about Siakam. And I know people don't like it about Dennis. So I could see conversations go down with Toronto about those guys. Chicago, obviously. I think they will talk with Atlanta, but I don't think they have enough for Murray. But the talks will be there. So yeah, I think Gary Trent Jr. would be a nice pickup and a good fit. Siakam would fit, great too. But those guys might be expensive, especially if there's a bidding war. Jeff is right. First rounder not getting it. Yeah, one first rounder not getting it from Murray. I don't think so. I don't think so. I hope I'm wrong. The thing about Levine though is Levine's market is not great. I think that Murray's market will be better than Levine's. Levine you might be able to get without a crazy amount of draft picks because you got to understand that the Bulls may look to just get off that contract. You know what I mean? So they may be incentivized and motivated to move on from that contract and not expect a haul in return. But they're going to look to move him. But as of right now, there doesn't seem to be a ton of interest because of that contract. Bruh, stop with the trade the whole team chance. Yeah, I mean, they're not gonna. But my thing is, they're not gonna trade the whole team. Nor should they. But only two that are untouchable are Braun and AD. I think a combination of like D'Lo, like I said, if there is a bigger name player, all-star level player that becomes available, then you have to consider Reeves and all them. But they're not trading all of them. Like it's D'Lo's money works best for a lot of moves. I think he's still likely the one that moves, but I don't think you're going to see a bunch of wholesale changes. I think it's just going to be on the margins and then in the buyout market. So I'm thinking non-blockbuster trades and buyout impact is what I feel will happen right now. But we'll see. It's hard to tell how motivated will the Lakers be a month from now. Like maybe they do become a little bit more feel pressure to do a bigger move. Maybe they do feel a little bit more desperate. I don't know. It's hard to know what the future tells right now. Max, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you, bro. Jeff, in my opinion, I think Max should get more minutes over Cam. At least he can dribble and shoot the ball. Absolutely. I agree. He should be starting over Cam, in my opinion. For those who missed it, like I said, a lineup of D'Lo, Christie, Prince, Braun, and AD is a plus 15. They've got over 150 possessions together. It's valid. It's got statistic validity to it. I would like to see that unit start a game. Just for the simple fact it keeps offense and defense on our bench. And Vandal, who I love in the starting lineup, is clearly not right yet. He's not ready to play those big minutes yet. So that's what I would do. Because the lineup, again, that lineup is accessible. I can't say the word. What is wrong with my English here tonight? That lineup provides challenges for offensive rebounds. Outside of that, everything else pretty much checks the box, especially if you're only going at it for about 4 minutes. So that's a starting lineup I wouldn't mind seeing. Hey, someone, thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. Realistic trade targets. DeLon Wright, Goga Bits, Goga Bittersy. I can't ever pronounce that guy's name. Dorian Finney-Smith. Dorian, I know Dorian Finney-Smith, Royce O'Neal. I know they talked about like the Brooklyn ones. That's like a second tier move, right? So that's if kind of nothing else goes their way. If they can't get anything out of the Bulls deal. Murray isn't available. If there is some combination of Olynyk and Colin Sexton or Karis LeVert, like guys like that aren't available, then I think they might look at something like that. That's a margin move, nothing major. Not sure how much that move would improve the team though. Not really sure. And absolutely, please like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell if you have not done so already. It goes a long way to help the channel. And like I said, we are still sitting at 797 subscribers for the night, y'all. Come on, man, trying to get 800 subs tonight. 30% of the people who watch the video every night still have not subscribed. So help your boy out, man. Hit that sub. You'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you, guys. Rob, what's going on, man? Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're having a good night, man. No problems. It's mad late on the East Coast. Yeah, no doubt. Thanks for pulling up on a late night. Appreciate you, man. Jamar, what up with you, man? Thanks for pulling up. Hope you're having a good night, brother. Thank you for the support. As always, man. If the Lakers just made 3 more free throws, if they made 3 more free throws or 1 more 3, or just some of the role players had a better, half a quarter, right? Then they get this win. The Lakers had multiple chances to get this win tonight. The defense was solid. Like I said, the turnovers were very low. They did a lot of things to get this win, except the role players really didn't deliver. Braun, didn't play great early. AD didn't didn't have as strong of a second half as he did first half. So there's a lot of things that, like I said, that I like to use the phrase "you make your own luck" sometimes, and we can go over that one call and that bad call at the end by the replay center and the refs. But at the end of the day, you make your own luck. And if you put yourself in a position where that one play hurts you, then this is the hand you're dealt. You put yourself in that mess. That's your, you made your bed. You got to lie in it and learn from it. Take these games more seriously. Role players got to step up more. They've got to get going. AD has to. He had a clear mismatch there. He was eating these dudes' lunch. Towns was in constant foul trouble. AD should have gone for at least 40 tonight. At least 40 tonight. And it's not that 33 is anything to sneeze at, and especially the amount of rebounds that he had. But what I'm saying is, like, he could have easily had 40 tonight. So, yeah, I did want more. I did want more out of him because he was capable of giving more tonight. He was. And outside of that, like any of those, if any of those things go right, the Lakers get this win. They did it, so they didn't. And it's just the way the cookie crumbles, yo. This game shows the Lakers need a bucket getter in the fourth. They do, because their offense is stagnant, predictable, and absolutely facts. DJ, what's going on, my brother? 60 Cent in the building, pausing his late night workout to pop in and say salute to y'all, man. Shout out DJ, man. If you haven't done so already, head on over to Lakers in 5 and drop my guy a sub over there in their like. But you probably already have. He's got a major channel over there. Does great work. Appreciate you pulling up, brother. Kurt, what's going on, bro? Hey, Jeff, search and chat tonight's reactionary response. Lakers suck. LeBron should retire. Basketball is dead. Pretty much, man. You know how it goes, man, after a game like this. Pretty much. Wizard of Oz. Yeah, behind the curtain, man. Behind the curtain. Sorry, I'm late on these chats, man. Got a lot going on here. I had enough of replay centers, challenge systems, and this 2 minutes reports. Yeah, none of it's working, right? Like if you have, what's the point of having a replay center if you're still going to get the replays wrong? I understand referees make mistakes. They're human. In the heat of action during the game, there's a lot going on. You got a lot of things to keep your eyes on. I'm perfectly fine with referees making mistakes as long as they get it right with the replays. If they're not going to make the replays right, then what's the point of having them? And that is what I struggle to understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me. The best mod of the game, search and destroy, man. We searched for search and we found search, Kurt. Like I said, man, he was off serving his country, man. He had to go on he had to. You all see the movie Taken? Like Search has to go. Like he has a particular set of skills, right? So when duty calls, he's got to go serve. So he's back now. And if anyone comes asking, Search was here the whole time, y'all. He was here the whole time, man. He's been here the whole time. We don't know. Well, I don't know. We don't know what they're talking about. Search been here the whole time, y'all. Larkin, what's going on, bro? Thanks for pulling up, man. Appreciate the support as always, man. Let's see. Jeff, would like to hear your thoughts about the Raptors Knicks trade today. I'm worried about Masai. He actually pulled a trade off. Yeah, I'm a little behind on the chats here, so I'm not sure if you heard my breakdown on it, but I like the trade. I'll give a quick summary of it. I like the trade. I feel the Knicks got the best player in the deal. I feel they won the trade. I feel it's a good move for the Knicks in the future. I think they'll re-sign him. He's perfect to play with Tibbs. They overpaid for RJ. We're going to probably be leveraged into overpaying for Quickly, who is a bucket, but it was going to cost too much. He's a restricted free agent. So I like the move. Like I said, I feel the Knicks won the trade. I feel they got the best player in the trade. It's going to work with Tibbs. Helps the Knicks become a little, obviously, better defensively. OG's a better scorer than people give him credit to be. And love the move for the Knicks. Love the move. I've addressed it multiple times, so I'm not going to go too deep. But I do like the move for the Knicks. Big time. Go New York. Go New York. Go. We got Rob, Jeff. Yeah, your mom loves me. We did. We got Rob. It happens. It be that way sometimes, man. It be that way sometimes. Dante, what's going on, my brother? Hope you're having a good night, bro. I'm here, guys. I was on Unk and Ocho channel. They had me crying. I forgot about this. Tony Brothers clown. Yeah, Tony Brothers, man. Yeah, Tony Brothers gotta have to repent, bro. He gonna have to repent for that. He gonna have to repent for that for sure. I'm glad Search is back because now I don't have to tell people to get you to 100. Facts, man. Facts. We don't need 100 tonight. We just need 50, man. We just need 50. Can we get to 50, man? We sitting here at 37. Man, come on, man. We still at 797 subs, man. Come on, man. Help your guy out here. I don't have to do Search's job. Good thing we have another game tomorrow and New Year's Eve. Go Lakers. Hopefully we win that one. Close out 2023. Absolutely. And playing in New Orleans, man, on New Year's Eve. Man. Potential trap game, man. Potential. Even though it's a good team, potential trap game. Thank you, bro. I do appreciate you. Will not forget you in the future. No doubt. Dolphins are smarter than sharks, Jeff. You sending a wrong message to the children. It's not what I meant about intelligence. I was meant about the predatorial, like the smell of blood of sharks. So I get what you're saying, but I wasn't talking about intelligence. I was talking about a beast that attacks. And well, do your research on Dolphins. They can be a little frisky too. But outside of that, yeah, I was referring to. I know Dolphins are smarter than Sharks. I got you. I think a dealer replacement and a good backup could be good. Facts. I'm trying to catch up on these chats real quick, guys. John Hendricks, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Even though you said Pelinka sucks, I disagree, but you got a right to have an opinion, man. He should have kept Dennis simple. So that's what I'm saying. It's interesting because half the people love Dennis, half the people hate Dennis. So it's interesting. It's like a little civil war within Lakers Nation. Gemini Don, what's going on, Gemini? Thank you for pulling up, bro. Just a thought. I doubt it'll happen because he just signed with the Raptors. Since the Raptors cleaning the house, I wish we had Schroeder back. So here we go. So the first half of the show, the first hour is filled with a bunch of people saying, hell no, we don't want Schroeder back. And now we're getting, we're getting the Schroeder's for the people. We're getting Schroeder's people here. So I'm interested, man. I'm interested. I'll cut ahead in the chat. I'll cut down in a minute here. I'm gonna give you guys a couple minutes, but let me get a 1 in the chat if you want Dennis back, and a 2 in the chat if you don't want Dennis. Chat 1 for yes, 2 for no. I'm curious to see where we stand here. BRB, the whole chat room is in charge except for Curry. Gotcha. Trade for a guy we just had. Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. As I said, our backcourt is not built for rings. You might be right there. A fun night for the rest. Braun and the Detroit Lions got robbed. Yikes. Yeah, I was seeing a lot of things at the same time about the Lions game. I don't know much about that other than people were saying they got robbed too. I was blind to that because I was out, came back and straight and did this, man. The guard position is key to rings. Facts. Cold heart never got cold feet when the pressure comes. True. We should have went with Drew Holiday then. They didn't have the pieces to get Drew. They couldn't even trade for him until January 15th, and there's no way Portland was holding on to him that long. They just didn't have the rules of the league wouldn't allow the Lakers to trade for Drew prior to next month, till January 15th. So it wasn't an option for the Lakers. Chris, the graphic god, what's going on, brother? Thanks for pulling up, man. Hope you're having a good night. Trash loss, but happy to see you, bro. Lakers versus ref, but it's been that way for years, man. Chris, you know what it is, man. The Lakers play 82 playoff games a year, bro. Then they go to the playoffs, God willing. So just be what it be. It is what it is, and just got to roll with the punches, man. That's just what it is. Lakers versus everybody. You know what it is, man. Brunson would be perf on the Lakers, except for the fact that he couldn't guard the people that Austin could guard. Austin, you think Austin's bad on defense? Brunson is even terrible. He's not a great three-point shooter either. You got Braun and AD in space. I like Brunson. I don't know about him being a great fit, though. He can't shoot the three. Like I said, he couldn't guard anybody. So I like Brunson, but I don't know about a fit with Braun and AD. Brunson, not for trade. Yeah, gotcha. People I'm going to search here. They just traded for OG. Yep, they did. Facts. Genius. Graphic genius. How did LeBron get robbed by the NBA? Man, Smokey McPot. That's a crazy day. They did get robbed. They did get robbed today. I said I'm not gonna throw a tantrum. It happens. Bad call, especially when it goes to a replay center. It's clear as day that it was a 3. I don't understand how they got it wrong, but they did. It happens. Gotta move on. Satro, salute to you, bro. Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate the support. Hope you're having a good night. Did you know that Taurean Prince has the same defensive rating as D'Lo and hasn't made a 20-point game with 32 starts? I don't know. I do know that Adam hates him some Taurean Prince. I do. But I understanding what you're saying, but when it comes down to when he's on the floor, the Lakers appear to be a better team. Taurean Prince was plus 15 tonight. So when he was on the floor, they were playing well. When he was off, they weren't. It's as simple as that. I know you don't like him. It's cool. I don't know what he did to you, man. Hey, P. Smith, what's going on? What's going on? Thanks for pulling up. What's going on here? Welcome. I would love to have Quickly. Yeah, Quickly's a bucket. I would love to have Quickly too. He's been a guy that I said for a while I would love to have him. He is a bucket, but not likely. Not likely. Why are you depressed? Lakers lost, man. LBJ 21 Years of Greatness shirt. Yeah, go and check out shopcourtkings.com, man. I posted it a couple times. Go ahead and check it out. Shopcourtkings.com. We got a new 21, year 21, Braun, happy birthday / celebrate the end of 23 with 21 years of greatness of number 23. Check it out at shopcourtkings.com. You should count your blessings, Facts. Everyone always should. Just tired of the ups and downs. And he ain't talking about an elevator, man. Of the Knicks. Okay, let me get out of it. I think we're in private. I'm doing this thing of speaking on private conversations in public. Enjoy while he stays healthy and playing. Facts. That's facts. I think that's a lot. That's thing for a lot of basketball players, though. I mean, an LA native, I don't have that problem. What's going on here? Why is Darvin Ham making our players look bad? We have good players. Well, the players are doing it to themselves too. You got guys not playing up to their level of expectations. You got guys not being able to make shots. You got guys not being able to guard people. The rebound is a problem. There's a lot of things that are going wrong for the Lakers right now, and they're just pounding on top of each other, and that's the problem. They do need to shake things up a little bit. Like I said, Darvin's not going anywhere. We have to get used to it. Some of these players will be gone. It's just the nature of the business because it's not all working. And the good news about that is we're a few weeks away of knowing who those guys are. Lakers, Dodgers, heck, even Kings win. Rams. Rams game tomorrow is going to be big. They need to get that dub for sure, man. I can't wait for the Dodgers season and Dodgers coverage, man. For those who don't know, like I said, I'm covering the Dodgers this year too. Covered it, Major League Baseball. I've done some videos already about baseball. Tune into the channel if if you watch baseball and kind of want to win, you want to come back. Trust me, it's a channel for you. Or if you want to get into another sport, haven't paid a lot of attention to baseball over the years, I feel I can convert you. So pull up, man. Search said born in Inglewood. Yeah, he was. Most is just the Laker hater, bro. No, he is, but at least he admits it. You got a lot of dudes to be undercover haters and don't even admit the fact. Okay, so let's get to some of these numbers here. 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. Kurt with a 0. I see 1, 1. 1, 1. Interesting. No one wants Dennis back from the poll there. Okay, I got you. Lakers are my favorite team ever. They should be. Samurai, did the refs cheat the Kings in Game 6 of 2022? Here's the thing, though. I know a lot of people who didn't watch that series got a lot to say about that series. But if you watch Game 5 in Sacramento, you will see several plays, including a play where Bibby got off a late shot and hit, where he clearly committed an offensive foul and pushed off. These things balance out in the series. So did the league want that to go to 7? Possibly. But Game 5 favored the Kings from a officiating standpoint. And Game 7 was up for grabs, and the Kings wet the bed. You had dudes hitting the side of the backboard, airballing. They disappeared when the moment was biggest, and the Lakers didn't. So at the end of the day, again, like tonight's game, like I said, even if they ruled that to be a 3-point basket, the Lakers still had to get a stop on the other end to hope to even force overtime and pull it off in overtime. There was no guarantee the Lakers would have won this game, even if they ruled that shot a made 3-point basket. So like that with the refs in Game 6 of 2002, like the Game 5 was just the same. So even if they did do something, you had Game 7 on your floor. It went to overtime. You wet the bed. So it just be that way. Now, yeah, had they let them have Game 6, they would have won the series. I understand that. But if they didn't let Mike Bibby push off in Game 5, the Lakers might have won that Game 2. So it just, like I said, one hand washes the other here when it comes to this. But I know most of y'all didn't watch that game or watch that series. So that's why I want to point it out there. Lakers need Trent Jr. I wouldn't be mad at that. He's a good player, man. Bro, it's the Knicks ownership because you guys it's the Knicks ownership because you guys New York. The Knicks ownership is trash for sure. Laker fans hated on Dennis, Kuzma, and Pope. Now they're begging for us to have them back. Yeah, I feel like some Laker fans don't appreciate guys who don't score 25 a game, 20 a game. Like if a guy has a really good game and impacts winning and only has like 8 points, I feel like a lot of people don't recognize that as a good contribution to winning. I get it. We like the flashy stuff. We like the shiny toys, right? We like the guys who score a lot of buckets. But at the end of the day, you need it's these other guys who truly help you win games. Because even if LeBron and AD get 40 each, you're gonna lose. Like you need these other guys. So all these guys that the Lakers have gotten rid of, that everyone, like I said, hated on when they were here. Now I want them back. That's a fact, and inspiration. Church from Inglewood. Lakers need to trade AD after Braun leave. Well, they might, but not in the meantime. What happened to IG? Nah, they're just some weirdos, Chris. I'll tell you later. There's some weirdos. So yeah, we will talk because I need a new graphic. I need a new graphic to adjust the top on here. Empire Jeff TV instead of Empire Jeff. Yeah, just some weirdos, bro. Just my God, people need to get a life. Was Game 6 of the 2002 Western Conference rigged? It depends who it depends who tells it, right? It's like thinking about a documentary. You could have 2 different documentaries about the same topic from 2 different perspectives, and you'll be convinced both ways because they're both kind of taking you on the path that they want you to see. Was it rigged? I can't say one way or another. I'm not going to say it wasn't. Not going to say it was. All I'm going to say is if you watch that series, there were plenty of times where the Lakers got hosed in that series that benefited the Kings. That's what I'm talking about. No one was hating on those guys. Maybe Kuzma a little because he was all weird. No, people hated on him, bro. If you watched, Laker Nation was always pissed at KCP often. They were hating on Kuzma, and then they definitely hated on Schroeder. So I agree. I agree. They definitely hated on those guys. I heard it every day. Hit that like button and sub. Please, please, please hit that like, hit that sub. Help the channel out, man. We probably still at the same. Let me check. Yep, still at 797. We had 39 likes. So maybe we'll get to 50 likes tonight, but I don't think we're going to get to 800 subs now. I've been stuck at 797, man. Come on, y'all. Help your boy out. Thank you, Angie. Appreciate you. Reeves needs to return to the starting five. Murray would be perfect next to Reeves. Reeves, I don't believe, well, if they're focusing on defense, Reeves is going to be a potential liability there. I like Reeves in the six-man role right now. He plays the same in the six-man role as he does as a starting two guard. So if you can get that consistency off your bench outside of tonight, I don't mind that because he's still playing starters minutes. But Murray would be nice. I just don't think they have the capital to get him via trade this season. I don't think. Jalen Hood looking like a bust. At least last year, Max Christie looked better than JHS. Too early to tell. JHS, he's not obviously not getting minutes. I don't know why he's not down in the South Bay Lakers getting run, getting some confidence there. I'm not giving up on him yet. It's too early to tell. It's too early to tell. I think the guy has good court vision, but he doesn't have great decision making yet, which for a young player is understandable. But he's going to need some work, and I think the Lakers understood that when they picked him, and I think they're okay with where he's at right now. In a year or two, we'll know more. But right now, I think it's way too premature to, one, judge him, and two, think that he was going to make any type of impact on the team this year, because that's probably an unrealistic expectation. You too, huh? First parade was Magic era. My fam was of 72 in Victoria. You're talking neighborhoods over here, huh? You can't tell me LeBron, AD, Wood, and Rui wouldn't be good starters together. Ham's just playing games. So let's see. LeBron, AD, Wood, and Rui. Actually, I can tell you that wouldn't be a good starting lineup because who the heck is guarding point guards? It's going to get cooked. So that's not a starting lineup. And to me, definitely not. Fans in the end have an influence, so it needs to be considered. Never know. Fans have minimal influence because fans have influence if they stop buying tickets. Lakers continue to sell out. That's all that needs. That's all the Lakers need from the fans. So at the end of the day, if people are crying and throwing tantrums, but they're still selling out, there's no influence there. There's only complaining. So the Lakers do not react to fan pressure. They never have. They never will. They react to what they feel benefits their pockets and benefits their winning. And that's it. We do not come into the equation. As much as we think we do not. As long as arenas are selling out, as long as merch is flying off the shelves, as long as they have the number one social media platform in the league, as long as they have the monster TV deal, as long as they're pulling in their ratings on national TV, at the end of the day, our voices do not matter because we're showing up. And people aren't going to not show up. You know what I mean? So we have a zero effect on this. None. They don't even listen to us. I say get Caruso. We need him and Reeves to start with LeBron, then have Rui and AD. That's the perfect five. I would love Caruso. That's top of my wish list of all the guys that we had that we let go or that got away. Caruso would be my first guy I'd want back. It's always a move we're not expecting. No one saw us getting Rui or D'Lo. And Vando. Well, nobody for the most part, as far as it wasn't out there as one of the major ones, but I could tell you that the Washington one, it was, we knew they were talking, but we thought they were talking about Kuzma, and they really were talking about both of them. The Lakers were in position to get whichever one that Washington, so whoever Washington chose was in their long-term plans, be it Rui or Kuzma, the Lakers were going to get the other one, is basically what it came down to. They chose Kuzma, Rui became available, and they got him. But they were in conversations with them, and that was known, but because it wasn't a big story, but it was known. And the Utah one, that was out there from the beginning of the season. It was a little different, a little different variation of the deal. But about a week prior to that trade, we were talking about that trade. I talked about that trade on Kareem's show. Elder talked about it. Well, we had talked about that trade about a week before it happened. So it was out there. It just wasn't out there as much as the Toronto stuff was. It wasn't out there as much as the Indiana stuff was because it was a lower tier trade as far as it was like the average Laker fan didn't really pay much attention to a Vanderbilt or Malik Beasley. They knew who D'Lo was, but they didn't really know those names as a household name, right? So they weren't focused too heavily on that. They were focused on the Miles Turners and the Buddy Hields, Kuzma, and other trades, that were potentially out there. Gary Trent Jr., Van Vliet. That's what Laker fans were tied into because of the names. But these trades were out there. They just got minimal attention. There's trades out there right now that are out there that people just aren't picking up on. There's all kinds of stuff to float around. It's just not the big sexy names, so people don't latch on to it. But like people today legit thought that New York trade with OG came out of nowhere. It did not. That trade did not come out of nowhere. That's been out there. It was not a surprise move. It was a surprise that it happened today, I guess you could say. But the fact that those two were working on a deal for over a year, that's been known. So it's just people, like I said, they don't keep their ear to the street when it comes to like the entire NBA, which I understand. Not everyone's a freaking lunatic like me. You know what I mean? Let's see. Role players scared they might get role players we're playing with scared money tonight for sure. I'll give you a straight up trade. Torian Prince for David Sharp. He's coming off the bench for Brooklyn, but he can score as an elite rebounder. I don't know why Brooklyn does that trade. Torian Prince does not help them now. He's a vet on a biannual mid-level exception. So free agent at the end of the year. I don't see why Brooklyn does that trade, though, to be honest with you. I was stealth modding. How dare you? Serge don't miss. He don't miss. How about Jeff Van Gundy for Darvin's replace? Nah, those guys aren't cut out for today's league. They know it. Those guys, the era that they love, the type of basketball they coach, that it's not that game anymore. It's just not. I don't think we'll see Jeff Van Gundy back in the league anymore on the sidelines. I just don't. So here's where we get out the twos for Shooter. Catching up now. Prince. I don't know why. I don't know what Prince gets hated on so much. I don't understand. Hit stick step, a triple salute to you, my girl. Hope you have a good night, man. Tough L. Yeah, hope you had a good Saturday. Tough L for sure, man. Definitely tough L. Rotation is clearly an issue. Ham made the same mistake he made against Celtics. Any rotation with D'Lo hurts us. I mean, they're committed to playing him. So he's out there. I mean, they're paying him they're paying him about $18 million. He's like I said, D'Lo is struggling, but they're going to play him. They're not going to stop playing him. We have to get used to it. And I think they should keep playing him. You can't sit a guy like D'Lo on the bench when you don't have anyone out there that can replace him. So I agree with D'Lo playing. Eric Lewis and Tony Brothers, the same man. They got Eric Lewis in the told you in the replay booth, man. Eric Lewis is in the replay booth now. We doing Dodger Blue, fam. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We beat OKC and went toe to toe with the T-Wolves twice. You can't tell me we don't have good players. No, I'm not saying that. We do have good players. Good players don't necessarily mean they all fit well together. You can have a whole roster full of good players, but if they don't fit well, it doesn't matter. We have good players. Some of them aren't just fitting in. So that happens. That's all part of the game. Hey, Dwight Smith, salute to you, bro. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate the support as always, man. Appreciate you. Thank you all for being here and supporting the channel. Absolutely. Thank you, Serge. Empire Jeff TV will be at Dodger Spring Training. I will be at Dodger Spring Training in March. I will be there. So I can't wait, man. Can't wait, man. I'm super, super excited, man. This is going to be, I'm a big time Dodger fan, man. I've been for forever. I just started covering the Dodgers on the channel this offseason. I've been planning to do it for a couple of years, just hadn't had the time. Didn't even have the time to launch it, the Laker coverage, but I was initially going to do baseball first. But obviously started talking on basketball panels, got out here and got my name out here as a basketball guy, but I'm a big time baseball guy too. And I definitely will be covering the Dodgers and I will be going to spring training this year. Jeff, I told you we are trash, bro. We're not trash. We're not contenders right now as currently constructed the way we look, but we're not trash. 2002, he hurt still. People are legit still hurt from that, man. But that was a great that was such a great era of basketball. In OT, anyone could have won. Nothing showed a probability tilting towards the Wolves. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. What I was saying is there was no guarantees we would have won. There's no guarantees we would have lost. There's no guarantee either way. My point is, like I said, we make our own luck. And if you put yourself in position where it only comes down to you having to make that play to win the game, like I said, if any of those role players had at least a halfway decent quarter, if they made more of their threes, they win this game. If LeBron got going a little earlier, if AD played as aggressive in the second half as he did in the first, all these things would have led to a Laker win without that shot even mattering. Mike Bibby always reminded me of a grown-up version of Mini-Me. He did, yeah. Yeah, me too. I always said that too back in the day. He did. Empire, I think we're going to rack up hella dubs in January because we have hella home games. Really that? Yeah, we are. January is built in our favor, but then it gets crazy again towards the end of the season. So they have a chance to get going. Trade season, favorable home schedule. I agree with all that. But these losses that are piling up here early in the season, they're going to hurt them at the end of the year. It's going to cost them seeding. And what I don't want to see is the Lakers be a team that has to go on the road every round of the playoffs again and be cooked by the time if they're blessed enough to make it to the Western Conference Finals. So I want them to have some more energy going into next season's this season's playoffs. So they're putting themselves in position where they have to, expend so much energy again, and that's what I don't love. But hopefully they got some time to right this ship here and get up there in the standings, because as we're coming home and getting a favorable schedule, other teams are going to get a worse schedule, and some teams are going to sell at the trade deadline. So we'll see what happens. Bron and AD had over half our points. Yeah, you can't win like that. Like I said, even if they both got 40, that's only 80 points, right? Other dudes need to step up. I understand guys were like 9, 8, and this and that, but we needed a guy in the 15 range tonight. Like we had that, we win this game. Don't know if Lakers will miss D'Lo, but I don't know if they'll miss him. But I'll tell you this though, I wouldn't be surprised if D'Lo gets moved and starts playing well where his next stop. That wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all, because he'll be used correctly. His usage rates will go up. He'll be playing more comfortable, probably in his spot and playing more freely. When guys play free, they play better. So, like I said, D'Lo, he's not playing here like he can. D'Lo is much more skilled than what he's bringing to the table here in LA. Merch for search. Yes, we got to get that going. Definitely got to get that going. All of you make these channels popular, not me and Jeff. That's real. Facts. Absolutely. This channel is a channel. It is because of you guys. This is just as much your guys' channel as it is mine. I've always said that, and I'll always continue to say that. What are we going to do? I don't know. We're going to do something. I don't know exactly what it is. I would imagine D'Lo is the most likely to be moved. Like I said, if I had to guess, I would say non-blockbuster, move on the margins. D'Lo's the guy that's moved, and buyout market. It's probably what I'd be looking at right now. Is what I think is the most likely thing to happen. Forget you, Serge. I make these. You said I'm the captain now. Sorry about that, guys. Not keep Reeves on the bench. Yeah, I don't mind Reeves on the bench at all. I don't. I think he has potential to win 6th man of the year. Reeves did have a bad game tonight. Facts. Not sure if you talked about it, but what have you liked from our last 5 games? Our last 5 games, there's not much to like. Give me 1 second. I get some more water here. Our last 5 games is not too much to like. AD's play, probably top of the list. Maybe the only thing at the list. LeBron has put up points in some of these games, but he's had games where hasn't got going early. I understand he is now 39 years old. I get that. But if I had to say, I would probably say the play of Anthony Davis, which has pretty much been all season. But if I had to say the last 5 games, that's probably the only thing that's really Lakers can really hang their hat on right now. Coach Bump should have benched C-Red for Max. C-Red played hella bunts this game. Really that. Yeah, I've been saying that most of the stream. I think it's time. Man. I think it's time. Sit Cam, play Christie for a handful of games. Let's see what he can do. Don't give up on him too quick if he has a rough game or two. Give the kid a chance. Like I said, I was running some metrics earlier. I saw the lineup of D'Lo, Christie, Prince, Braun, and AD. That's very effective. Over 150 possessions. And I would like to see what that looks like as a starting lineup. I really would. Not saying I'm guaranteeing it's going to work. Just want to see it. Anthony Edwards is a superstar for real, Dre. He's a beast. I've been saying this since before the season. I felt he was the next one coming, and he's going to be a beast. And my biggest fear is that eventually one day he ends up with Wemby, and that would be terrifying. But he had a great one tonight. Fans have an influence. Absolutely. Always have, always will. Last day of 2023. Facts, man. Just stop and pause for a minute and just think about where we all were 3 years ago, man. It's so crazy where we are now. 3 years escape from that. Man, I don't care what I went through this year or what I'm going through next year, man. The fact that we made it through that and we here now, man, I just thinking about, I was talking about that today with one of my boys, man. 3 years ago during this time, man, stuff was nuts. Happy New Year Eve, JSJ. All the best for 2024. Facts. Best to all y'all, man. Anthony Edwards said Cam Reddish was one of the hardest players to guard in high school. I don't know what happened to Cam. Well, what happens is, it's just you go up against higher competition. Each level up, higher competition. And some of those guys that you're kind of bullying, their bodies mature, their games mature, and maybe you peaked a little earlier than them. Maybe you were in a better system than them. Maybe you had better teammates than them that made your game stronger. Maybe you were playing in lesser competition. There's a lot of different things. I'm not saying this about Cam particularly. I'm just saying I know a lot of guys who were better than a lot of people in high school and college, and then they get to the NBA if they're lucky enough, and it just isn't the same. And it be that way sometimes. Sometimes you think guys are surefire guys, and all of a sudden they're not. And guys they kind of sneak up on you and came out of nowhere. There is no sure thing anymore. You got injuries, like I said, you've got development. You've got a lot of things that impact how guys play in the league. And Cam is just one of those examples. I was hoping we would trade for IQ. He's going to pop off as a starter in Toronto. I had my eye on him too. I just didn't think we'd be able to get him. Like I said, and the fact that he's about to be a restricted free agent didn't tremendously help his trade value. Because no matter where he goes, he's a potential rental. And even though you can match, he can potentially get big offers this offseason. So teams get scared of that a little bit. Can Cam Reddish ever reach his potential? I don't know what his potential really is. I think at this point, the potential is gone. I don't think he's operating on potential anymore. I think he is who he is. Potential is a year or two in the league. Outside of that, this is what? Atlanta, New York, Portland, LA. I mean, he is who he is. So I think the potential window is gone. I think, can he carve out a role with his defense and improve shooting? Maybe. But to get to that level of the guy that Ant said was one of the best players we played against in high school, I think people are holding on to Cam Reddish from his hype. I don't think people are willing to accept the fact what Cam Reddish is. I think the league thought that the Lakers were just going to magically fix Cam Reddish and turn him into this 20-point-a-game scorer and unlock him. But I think people are just unwilling to accept the fact that he's just not that guy. He's not that guy. He's never going to be that guy, and he should not be our starting two guard. In the words of my guy, stick stepper there, really that. IQ would be a great compliment to Scotty Barnes. Raps need shot creators. Facts. Absolute facts. We do, Festo. Jeff is my brother, so all good. He's my fan. Facts. Isn't OG's agent Leon Rose? Son. Keep digging, Kurt. You onto something. No doubt. There you go. Queen of Laker chat. Facts. I forgot Toronto got D Menace. I'm not sure if IQ is going to start. I think IQ is good off the bench, man. Like you said, he won 6 men of the year. He's a bucket off the bench. He's a good guy off the bench. You can count on him. So he might come off the bench. But like I said, it's probably better for them to bring him off the bench going into his potential for going into restricted free agency. I'd bring him off the bench if I was Toronto. That's just me. And you're always dropping knowledge. That's facts. Big facts. Angie forgets more than I know. You and me both, Kurt. Happy early New Year 2024. Empire, Jeff, Go Lakers, and Dodgers. Hey, thank you. Same to you as well. Like I said, I'm rocking with y'all tonight. Got in a little bit later. Got in earlier than I anticipated. I expected to be out later tonight. Had that controversial call at the end of the game. We had a big trade today. I've been trying to do a Dodger video for a couple of days, but we had a huge trade in baseball today. I wanted to break that down. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow during the day, but hope you guys have a good New Year too, man. Coming up on it. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up to these chats today, man. I fell behind a little bit here. Let me check something real quick. Oh, we got a sub, man. Finally, I felt like I was going to be stuck on 797 all night. Appreciate you, whoever got that sub at 778. We're up to 44 likes. Come on, let's get to 50 likes tonight, man. I want to, before I shut this down, I want to get to 50 likes. 44, we're at 798. I was trying to get to 800 subs and 50 likes in this video. At least maybe I can get 50% of that goal to get to 50 likes. So if you haven't done so already, please drop a like on the video. And like I said, about 30% of my viewers who come here every night have yet to subscribe. So you're here every night anyways. Go and hit that sub. Really does truly help the channel out. Search, got to go. Long day tomorrow. Rest well, fam. Have a good one, Ro. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you, man. I'm hoping Lakers can add another assistant at least, like Adrian Griffin added Trevor Gleason in Milwaukee. You need X's and O's guy. Yeah, I've been saying that. I really hope they could. I don't know if they're going to, but if they did that, man, I might pop a bottle, man. I might pop a bottle for that, man. Our best game was against OKC. That was a great game. We needed that game. We got it. And we led from beginning to end in that game. Great game. I would have loved that type of effort tonight. Didn't get it though. But LeBron was ridiculous in that game too. Empire, do you think Boogie will get bought out from the Pistons if he doesn't end up being traded since he's a veteran? Wait, what Boogie? From the Pistons? Which one are you talking about? Boogie ain't on the Pistons. What Boogie are you talking about? Best game of 2023 was win against the Clippers. That was a great game, but like I said, like the games against Phoenix were a great game. That was that. But that OKC on the road, that was a one right there to me too. I love that one. Hopefully good trades that can help them to win 2024 NBA championship title number 18. Yeah, man, I hope so. Definitely hope so. Best Laker moment of 2023 was trading Westbrook. I got so hyped when I saw the news. Yeah, and that was a big one too. That was a big one. Hey, Jeff, can you list your best Laker moments of 2023? Right, that one would have been OKC, beating the Clippers, basically beating the Suns every game. And honestly, like that game against where they beat Indiana in the in-season tournament, man, that was a really good night. It was fun, energetic, felt like a playoff game. Damn near felt like a finals game. I really enjoyed that game. I really enjoyed that atmosphere. I really enjoyed being around my friends in that type of game and feeling like I was with my homies watching a playoff game. So that one, I understand it's not a playoff game. I understand it's not a finals game, but it's something special about being with your boys and being with your peoples and in a big sporting moment. Like, so the fact that we got that in December, I truly enjoyed, so I know a lot of people might not hold that as high. But anything that you can do that adds, to the joy of sport and the joy of spending time with your peoples, I'm all for it. So that game against Indy for the in-season tournament championship game is right up there during the regular season. It's the regular season moment. The OKC game, the Suns and Clipper game, and trying to see if I'm missing one, but that would most likely those would be the ones for me. Best Laker moment was Jeannie marrying a man better than Phil Jackson, the legend Jay Moore. Jay Moore. I still can't believe that happened. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Only Kurt would type that. Facts. C-Red already peaked. He's not going to get better. I've always said he was overrated at Duke. Bet. Yeah, I never was a huge fan of his. As soon as he hit the NBA, pretty much said. But like I said, I don't believe he has potential anymore. I believe he is who he is. That's just is what it is to me. Oh, okay, Bogdanovich. When I was like, Boogie, like, what? Did I miss something? From what I'm understanding, they're not moving him. I don't know if that's a smokescreen. I don't know if that's true. Everything that I've been able to kind of, research on my own, I haven't picked up on anything that leads me to believe that they're moving him. So maybe they do. Maybe they changed their mind. Maybe that's, like I said, smokescreen. But everything that I've been told is they're not even taking calls on him. Like, they're not even discussing packages on him. They're like, nah, we're good. We want to hold on to him. Yeah, but you guys lost all that. Yeah, we're good. We want to hold on to him. So the Detroit Pistons, from what I understand, feel that they're a better team than the record indicates, obviously. And I mean, that losing streak is crazy. But they do feel that with Cade and then some pieces there, they feel they're a lot better than their record is holding. And they do want some veterans there to help mold these young guys. So based off of that information, it just seems like they're really not going to move those guys. So again, as of right now, he has to be talking about Bogdanovich, and no, they're not buying him out. Yeah, so no, they're not. They're not buying him out. They're not trading him for everything I'm hearing. But yeah, I was confused when he said Boogie. Pistons finally got their win. Monty Williams was ready to cry, and Jalen Duren wanted his free wings at Wingstop. Give me the wings. Give me the wings. Lakers eliminating the Grizzlies was sweet too. Oh, yes. Okay, so if you're talking about the playoffs in 2023, I'm talking about the 2023 season. But if you're talking about the Laker moment of 2023, beating the Warriors, ending the Warriors was probably my favorite moment of 2023. Ending their run, putting that dynasty in the grave, waking up this arrogant, atrocious fan base that is Warrior Nation now, came out of nowhere. I feel like they don't know how to lose, right? I feel like they were nowhere near this bad when they were winning titles. Now they took a loss in a year that they weren't hurt, and they just don't know how to take it. So I would say beating the Warriors was my favorite overall moment of 2023. But if we're talking 2023 season, then I broke that down already. Detroit is punishing Bogey at this point. Trade the dude for more assets. Well, I mean, they're paying him. He's getting all the shots he wants. Doesn't seem unhappy there, believe it or not. So we'll see. But if the information is true that I'm getting, they're not moving him, and we will have to wait and see if that remains true, and if maybe they get an offer that they might not be able to refuse, and maybe they move him at that point. But from everything that I gather, they're not moving him nor buying him out. Lakers winning the IST, maybe highlight there. Yeah, that was it for me. Like I loved it. I really did. I don't care if people clown that. It wasn't even about them winning it. It was about all the time and joy spent during it, and how that game mattered. And like I said, there's nothing like watching playoff games or finals games or these games that matter like that with your boys, man. It's incredible. So when we get that in December, that was special to me. It really was. I got no problem admitting that, man. Tomorrow night is the time to pop the champagne to bring in New Year's 2024. Yeah, I definitely will. I got it stacked. I got it ready to go. Tomorrow's gonna be. I'm talking about the Lakers overall in 2023. Okay, so if it's overall 2023 beating the Warriors, knocking out the Warriors, probably, like I said, putting an end to them. That was probably it. Best Laker moments are on Dan and Jeff's channel. We're going to watch games regardless, no matter what. But to vent and learn different views, facts, etc. Airbud was my favorite 2023 moment. That Airbud one was, that Airbud one took on a life of its own that night. That was nuts. That was a fun stream. I can't think of my favorite stream moment right now. I can't. There's been a lot of them. But around all the times on Dan's channel around the league, just been so many great moments. Had great moments on other channels. Great moments here with you guys. Multiple ones. Too many to box into one. But that stream in particular, the Airbud one, was wild. That's got it. That's top tier. Definitely top tier. Lakers' best moment 2023, making it to the Western Conference Finals. Lakers' worst moment, 3 months of talking about Christian Wood. Yeah, the Christian Wood talk was crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, the 3-dog line. That was, no, hold on. I gotta, man. Yeah, getting subs is pretty bad. That 3-dog lineup, man. Yeah, Bloodhound, man. Bloodhound don't pull up here as often anymore, but man, bad. That one was epic. That one was absolutely epic, man. Absolutely epic. I just remember when he dropped the 3-dog lineup. Oh my god. That one was epic. We have 46 likes though, ladies and gentlemen. 46 likes. Come on, 4 more. Get your guy to 50 before the end of the stream. Come on. I don't think we're gonna make it to 800, but we can make it to 50 likes. Come on, hit that thumb up. Come on, y'all. Give me the 50 likes. Help your boy out. I'm out here campaigning for this now. Come on, y'all. 50 likes. I would have loved to get out of here with 800 subs and 50 likes. Okay, we have 47. Come on, y'all. It's free. Help your boy out here. I still can't with the 3-dog lineup. That is nuts. Oh my god, that's nuts. Hey, y'all, my Lakers family. Love you all. Hope 2024 is great to you all again. Hey, that's what's up, Dante. Same to you, brother. Appreciate you, man. The support you guys give, like I said, that's why it's always like important for us to mention it and give you your guys' props, because Like I said, I don't care how big this channel gets to. It's not the same without you guys. Like if it gets to a point where like it's just a bunch of just the community that we've built here. It is all because of you guys. And that'll never, like I told you, like multiple times, it'll never be lost on me. It never will. And I really do mean that. So, and I know a lot of other creators mean that too. You know what I mean? It's not just me, but you guys have more impact than you know. This channel will not be, and other channels will not be what they are without you guys. And I'm a smaller channel. You know what I mean? I'm a smaller channel that's growing organically. We're getting there. But even the bigger channels, like they're nothing without you guys. So it's like you guys' impact is incredible. It's appreciated, and like don't ever forget that, because you guys are the most important thing that in this whole industry, man, is you guys. What's going to be the most shocking moment of 2024? My guess is Steph Curry requesting a trade. Anything possible? I don't think Steph will ever request a trade. Most shocking moment, 2024. I'm gonna say Tatum not signing the extension in Boston. I'm gonna hold on that for right now. Empire, big facts. Killing Folding State Dynasty was one of the best moments 2023. Really that. Yep. I need 50 likes. I really need 50 likes. Really need 50 likes. Exactly. You guys do make the channel here. But yeah, my biggest shock of 2024, I think, might be this summer. I'm not saying he's not going to do it. I'm not saying he's not going to do it, but I'm just saying if he doesn't do it, that's going to be the biggest shock of 2024. And he might not. He might not. He may wait it out one more year. Might not. I want to emphasize the might. 48 likes. There we go. We're there. Come on, y'all. We get so close. Come on, y'all. Yeah, that would be a good one, man. That'd be a good one for real, man. As always, Jeff, I appreciate you taking the time out to respond to pretty much every comment, dropping knowledge without being condescending, and keeping our heads up even in tough times. No, I appreciate you. And that's, like I said, it's always going to be my approach, especially when it's at this point where I'm able to get to every chat. Like the other night, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, man, I can't believe I was able to do that. When I had my first 100 people, live stream while it was live, the first time I broke triple digits, the first 100 and 100 people in the room at the same time. I hadn't done that before. And I was still able to keep up with every chat while still be able to, like, I think that the struggle is, I think you have people who answer some chats and then don't get to all of them. And then you have people who answer every chat, but don't provide context. They're just reading the chat or posting it, a quick hitter, and move on. I try to do a balance of reading every chat, also while providing context and speaking on, just speaking on some things too at the same time, all along with the side stories and things that, we talk about on this channel. So I feel like that balance works for me, keeping you guys involved, fresh questions, topics that come from you guys. And then, going like a rapid fire at the same time, ripping through some that are kind of like more light, right? But then ones that require a little bit more intellectual, then I kind of like to take a little time with those and then catch up to the other chats, So I think that approach works for the community you have right now and the volume we have right now. Like I said, if I'm blessed to get to a point where this channel grows, then probably only type of environment like that might be in a members only video type situation. But outside of that, like I said, that's who knows when that'll be, if that'll be. This channel may, who knows? Maybe it doesn't even get to a point where I can't handle the chat. You know what I mean? So as long as I'm able to, I'll continue to do it. And I'll do it for as much as I possibly can. If it ever gets out of hand because of volume, then like I said, there's other ways to still have this environment. But right now I'm loving this type of environment. So as much as you enjoy it, Kirk, I enjoy it too, Kirk. So this is the type of dialogue and type of show that I like doing, without a doubt. So but like I said, if it ever gets to a point where it becomes difficult because of volume, then we'll figure something out. Because I still want to keep this. Empire, do you hear the Folding State are looking to trade Wiggins? I do. And I'll tell you this right now. I've said this a couple of times. I've said it on a couple other channels. I don't know if I've said it on my own, but I want my credit if it happens. So I'm going to continue to say it. Do not be surprised if Golden State makes a run at LaVine. Just do not be surprised. They got Chris Paul's money. They got Wiggins' money. If I'm Chicago, I want Chris Paul because I want to get out from under LaVine's contract. So if you can get Chris Paul, Kuminga picks, that's a trade you have to consider if you're Chicago, because Chris Paul's a salary dump. Okay, you get out from his deal. You can probably buy him out, and then probably means Chris Paul ends up a Laker, which would be hilarious. But if that in that type of situation, They make a trade for Chris Paul. They buy him out. They keep Kuminga, they keep the picks, and they're out from under that contract of LaVine. I think Chicago would love to get value for LaVine. They would love it. But I believe their main motivation is getting out from under that contract. I believe the rest of the league knows that too, which is why the market for him is a little bit dry. So because of that, I think that you will see that teams will wait it out, and I think he's going to go for less than what people think. I could be wrong, and maybe something surprising happens. But if his market remains low, the Golden State Warriors are an absolute sleeper in this, and they have some pieces to do it. They need to make a big move. They need to do something to spark up that team, to add a player like LaVine. I think LaVine would play well there. So keep an eye on them. I think they have a chance to do something crazy. I think they're going to have to try to do something crazy. This is Dunleavy Jr.'s first year running this team. He's going to try to get creative. He's going to try to make moves. He wants this team to be in position to make a deep playoff run. I don't know if they will. But keep an eye on the Golden State Warriors. They're a sleeper. They're an absolute sleeper in the trade market. Forget you, Serge. I had to persuade people to get to 100 likes. Just kidding. We did, man. Like we got to the 100 likes, man. It was crazy. I couldn't believe we did it. 49 likes. Come on, y'all. 49. We need one more. One more. 798 subs still, but we sitting at 49 likes. Let's get to 50, y'all. Come on. Help your boy out. Let's see. Wow. Okay. Hey. You're definitely going to level up in 2024. Your channel is the pop off. Hey, I appreciate you. And again, I hope so, because I want the channel to do well. I want it to grow. I want to continue to add other things to the channel. I want the channel to to develop enough to where I can take the show on the road, literally, and go to road games and report from crypto. And I want that to be the case. And if the channel does grow the way that the potential could, then it only benefits the channel more. The content will be better. I'm gonna have a lot more fun doing it, get a lot of more people involved. So hopefully 2024 will be the year of Vampire Jeff TV. That would be fantastic. The last month has been strong. Like I'm telling you, like it had been off, like with the holiday season and stuff. It's funny because between Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, family time, and all that, I feel like I've done less videos, but I feel like the strength on the videos and the momentum that we had going in September, October, I feel like this month it really hit, and it's starting to trend in the right direction. As far as a lot of the metrics that YouTube cares about is happening. So hopefully, Stepper, your crystal ball is correct, man, and the channel continues to grow. That would be a dream come true, man. As a content creator, who have you learned, and what do you want to improve upon for 2024? What have I learned? So what I've learned is, as a content creator, is that it's just easiest to be yourself. Because when you got dudes out here kind of in character and kind of not really being who they are on camera or on the mic, and then going back to being something different when they're off it, I found that those type of guys or girls or panels or like don't eventually, I don't know if I'm gonna use this word, exposed, but I felt that being yourself is truly the best way to do it. And what I've learned most, which has always been kind of my focus on anything, so I kind of already knew this. So I guess what I've learned is that this confirmed my thought, is that it's strictly about the content. You focus on the content. And if your content is good, you stay focused on that content. You listen to the people, but you also continue to do what got the people interested in you in the first place. And you don't stray away from that. It's cool to add some things, to test some things, try to grow, but don't forget your fundamentals. Don't forget what helped you get here. And most importantly, above all, the content. And that's what I've learned to basically, I guess I've learned confirmation on that, because I always believed in that. And what I look to improve on is just providing more content and continuing to stay with that mantra of the only thing that matters is the content. That's all that matters, is the content. Not this person said this about you, not that person did this, not that person out there. It doesn't matter. It don't live here with me. It don't matter. Literally. It doesn't. Trolls don't matter to me. Haters don't matter to me. Other fan bases don't matter to me. Like, I'm very simple to communicate with. Like, if someone doesn't like a take of mine, let's talk about it. If someone doesn't like my team, that's cool. Let's talk about both our teams. Like my thing is the content. I'm here to talk about the sports that I love with the community that I love. And that's very simple to me. So to me, what I've learned is that my intuition and instinct on that was correct. And what I've learned is just to stay who I am and stay doing the things that you guys like, that I like doing, And it's just natural progression from there. So what I would like to improve upon in 2024 is to build the channel out with those principles and philosophies, add baseball, the Dodger coverage, and really build this channel out and be more consistent. I've got a very heavy schedule. Like I said, in my day-to-day life, what I do professionally is a major commitment. It's a lot of time, it's a lot of responsibility, it's a big role. I'm a husband, you know what I mean? I'm a dog dad to a terroristic puppy. I'm a big time family guy, you know what I mean? So balance and really trying to stay on top of that. So trying to make 2024 a little bit more balanced, sticking with the things that are working, and staying away from the things that pull attention from what I'm really trying to accomplish. So it's pretty much what it would be. So I know this is a longer answer than I intended it to be, but at the end of the day, my mantra is simple. It's just all about the content. And as long as I stay on top of the content, I think you guys will continue to rock with me. And that's my plan for 2024, Kurt. Appreciate the question. Speaking of the Warriors, do you think Looney is overrated? I don't. I think Looney is a championship level player. I think any team that's competing for a championship, even once the Warriors are done, would look to add him. I think he's a solid player that plays his role, knows his role, and can help a team win a championship. It's almost 12:30 Pacific Standard Time. I don't care about sleep. True. My wife in here, so my wife has this weird, she's like superstitious. So her thing is going into the new year, the house has to be like immaculate. Our laundry has to be done. Cars have to be like, everything has to be like perfect, clean. Like, can't take none of that into a new year. So like, I feel like she's cleaned this house like 3 times today, and the house wasn't even dirty. Like, I don't know. There's a vacuum going on in the backyard, in the back room right now. Backyard, that'd be awkward. Vacuum going on in the back room right now. I can hear it. The dog is chasing the vacuum. Like I said, he's a terrorist. I can hear him. But so she's obsessed with that. So she's up right now vacuuming at 12:30 at night because she's convinced that there's dust somewhere that can't be here going into 2024. Shout out wifey, man. Love her to death, man. Perfectionist. Thank you all for supporting us. Real talk. Absolutely, man. I also think Golden State is going to target Pascal Siakam for a trade bet. Yeah, that's one too. I think the Lakers will too, but Pascal will be a great fit for them. Absolutely. But I think Zach LaVine, because of the way they play, having another perimeter-based guy, a third guy, it's kind of like their style. I think they're still going to look for that though. I think LaVine and Siakam are both guys that could go after. Be yourself and be honest. Facts. Like always. That's the only thing you should be. I can't do either of those things. Basically, be honest wins life. Yeah, tell the right story. Be truthful, man. I get really bad anxiety overall. Any advice on how to overcome it? I think getting rid of anxiety is my New Year's resolution. Anxiety is a tough thing, man, because anxiety is mental, right? So anxiety is typically, so I know anxiety well. You know what I mean? I've been around a lot of people who suffer from it. I've got some people that work for me that have it that I've got to deal with. And well, still works with me, I should say. Even if people work, quote unquote, work for me, I still see it as working with me. I think with that anxiety is sometimes you have to realize that you have to accept the fact and grasp the realization that there are things that are out of your control, and kind of worry about the controllables, the things that you have direct control over and impact on, and the things that you don't control. While you might not like them, there's no sense in driving yourself crazy or making yourself sick over it, because you can't provide a resolution to it other than making yourself sick, right? So I think you have to learn to let things go, pick your battles, solve the right problem. I had a great mentor of mine that told me that one time. Solve the right problem. What are you doing over here doing this? This don't matter. What are you doing? Solve the right problem. Get over there. And it's a lesson I carry with me every day. If I go on a thing and I feel overwhelmed or feel a little anxiety, I'm like, yo, Jay, what are you doing, man? Solve the right problem. Helps me get through it. So it's about kind of centering yourself. It's very mental. Block out people who help create anxiety for you, and surround yourself with those who help relieve anxiety from you. And I think if you just focus on the things that make you feel better or get you out of the anxiety, not everything needs to be like medicated, right? Not everything has to be a pill that can help with it. Not everything has to be. Sometimes it's just finding a space that you can thrive in. And really, when it comes down to it, a lot of people, you just stop worrying about the stuff that doesn't matter and stop trying to control things you can't control. Just let it go. Let it go. Control Alt Delete. Get past it. Get through it. Focus on what's next. You can't hold on to bad stuff too long because it can eat you alive. Happy New Year, Jeff, Dan, Mees, and Christo, the graphic guy. Absolutely. Hey, thank you, Joe. Happy New Year to you as well, man. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Great year of around the league in 2023. We have a monster one in 2024. So shout out to all y'all, man. Y'all make everything great, man. Try some simple breathing exercises. The yoga one to inhale, hold your breath, and exhale slowly. It helps. If having a panic attack, I've heard sour candy helps. Yeah, again, like these are all things. You have to find something that works for you that kind of puts you in your in kind of your zone of feeling good about yourself and kind of releasing all the negative stuff that's in your mind. Because like I said, it's all mental. So you got to, it's the brain is the most powerful thing in your body, man. It controls you. You know what I mean? So you got to try to get a hold of it. But like I said, I've learned, and a lot of people that I've helped with this, including myself, is just really not focusing on the things you can't control and worrying more about the things you can, and just letting go of things early. Like, don't let things fester within you. That's typically, some of the major things there. Just joins, but seems like a refs ruined 2 leagues tonight. Yep, NFL, NBA, both ruined by zebras tonight, bro. What's up, Angel? Thanks for pulling up, man. We got Dodger coverage coming soon, man. Appreciate you pulling up. But yeah, you're right, man. You're right. I feel like sour candy solves all problems, including world peace. That's like my favorite candy in the world, is sour candy, man. Yeah, thank you, guys. Appreciate you, Search. Lakers, to be honest, just need a D'Lo upgrade and a backup center. Move Wood to the backup 4. We need a real solid 9-man rotation. Yeah, can't argue with that. That's man. Maybe that's why I love sour candy. That's a good point. I do love sour candy, man. I gotta chill though. Just be you and your real friends respect you. Facts, absolutely. And Laker basketball creates anxiety too, y'all. So so that they don't help us, right? Stop telling me to do things I can't. Laker basketball creates anxiety too, yo. Smoke as much as nah. Wow. Oh, no problem. Like I said, I've got some experience in dealing with it, and got a lot of people I care about that have dealt with it and are currently dealing with it, and kind of help them through it. Like I said, a good support system was always a great start to help you do anything. But sometimes you got to deal with things by yourself, and you got to know how to challenge yourself to rise above things, and again, really let things go. Like I said, like when Kurt asked the question about like my channel, my thing has always been about I had to tell myself when I got into this, like eventually people are going to come for me. People are going to try to get my attention disrespectfully. People are going to do things that I probably don't like. But I made a commitment to myself. Like I said, it's all about the content. I'm not going to allow anxiety set in over it. So it's these little things, man. You got to make deals with yourself. You've got to set goals for yourself. You got to push yourself through things. And I've been tested already. I've had people already try a couple of things in a few different areas, So, but to me, it don't matter. Because like I said, to me, it doesn't matter because it's all about the content. So for yours, it should be all about not feeling anxiety and give all your energy towards that. Solve the right problem. It's a great munch. Yeah, that's not mine. That was handed to me. So I use that every single day. Like if y'all knew what I dealt with on a daily basis, if y'all knew the responsibility, the pressure, the amount of people that depend and count on me on a daily basis, both in and out of work, like I've truly learned how to balance all this mentally. I literally thrive in chaos. Like literally, like could be in the middle of something where everyone is freaking out, and I'm just like, okay, this is what we got to do. Like that's literally how I'm wired. And to the point where professionally, I almost don't want to work in an environment that's not simple. I mean, that's not hard. That's not rough, because I like to fix things, build things up, repair it. Sitting in something that everything's going great, you're not challenged. There's really nothing to improve. There's no one to improve. There's nothing to build on. So I'm not a corporate guy. You know what I mean? So those areas I thrive in, but I didn't always thrive in those. I had to learn it. I had to conquer it. I had to solve the right problems. I had to learn to deal with anxiety, deal with stress, deal with discontent, deal with failure, deal with letdowns, deal with understanding people are gonna let you down. People don't have the same goals. Like going through all that, right? So I feel like all the years of experience and all the work I've put in has led me to that. So that's what I'm saying. Like I've been through all that before. But like I said, if y'all really knew the stuff I dealt with on a daily basis, y'all would be like, holy, it's nuts. Certified nuts, man. Guys, I'm out. Going to get some snacks. Hey, Dante, have a good one, man. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you as always, brother. Appreciate you, man. If I don't talk to you, have a happy new year, bro. I remember last year watching the Lakers gave me anxiety and was getting really torn up over every game this season. Laughed at myself looking back. Getting rid of negative people and social media debates help. Yeah, so social media like is a real problem for a lot of people because a lot of people worry about what strangers think, and someone tests you like or says something disrespectfully or pops off or gets out of pocket, whatever it may be, it don't matter, yo. It really don't matter. You don't know these people. Most of these people can't do this to a real person's face, so they got to do it on a touch screen or a keyboard. Like, it legitimately does not matter. So the second you give them that power or control over you, you've lost. So you can't let them have that control over your mind, your mentality, your mood, your energy. You just can't, because it's not worth it. It doesn't matter. It's not important. It's really not important. When you think about it, you're really trying to win a battle or prove a point to someone who doesn't care whether you live or die. So what's the point? You know what I mean? So if you're going to debate, especially if it's like sports or anything like that, when you're debating these things, the personal attacks and stuff like that, it doesn't matter. It's not on point. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to sit here and talk, I could sit here and talk with Boston Celtics fans for hours and debate back and forth. Even if they get disrespectful, I don't care. You know what I mean? I stay on topic, on point, on content. But I got guys that I could talk to that are very respectful. We talk hours just about the glory of our two franchises. And I could be that same dude in both scenarios. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't let those guys or some of these women be talking crazy on social media too. I don't let them change me. I bring them to my side. I don't go into their gutter. They're not going to pull me into their misery. It's not going to happen. I'm gonna stay on my principles, and that's what it is. So you hit a good point there. Getting rid of negative people. Social media is a day-to-day thing that doesn't even tie into sports. It's just in general. Those people don't matter, man. They don't matter. The people that are disrespectful don't matter. The supporters matter. People that build you up. The people that don't know you, show you love and show you respect, that matters, because they don't have to do that. It's harder to show love than it is to hate. It's easy to hate. So when people show love, you take that, but don't take the negative. You know what I mean? Sometimes it can be fake love. You got to be careful. You got to be able to notice when people, you know what I mean? You got to notice that. But at the same time, it's easy to hate. So there's more of them. But as far as the Lakers, yeah, man, this is entertainment. This is joy. This is love. And I know we love. I know we bleed purple and gold. I know we're very passionate. We're very passionate. But these guys are going to go home. They're going to catch a flight. I'm going to go to the airport. They're going to catch a flight. They're going to make their millions. They're going to eat well. And they're going to be in New Orleans for New Year's. They're fine. You know what I mean? So they're going to be pissed. They're going to be annoyed, but they're getting back to work tomorrow. They had a bad day in the office tonight. We've all been there. But you can't. I've had nights when, man, the Lakers lose play, I lose sleep. I've been there. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we have to realize something, that we can't get to a point where it drives us nuts. You know what I'm saying? We can't. It's true. I breathe and real Bible to help. It's not ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a very crafty tool, indeed. Indeed. I read the Bible every day. That's dope. Sports, to be honest, sometimes just beat you while you're down. Yeah, because it's competition. Even though you're not playing, like I said, you end up in competition with other fan bases, your friends. Everyone's got like that sports nemesis, right? Someone that's a good friend of yours, or someone that you rock with that just hates every team you love. You know what I mean? And sometimes when your teams lose, you're not even really mad at your team. You're just mad that you got to hear them. You know what I mean? So this all comes into play, but you got to take it for what it is. It's all got to be in all fun and good and good spirit. It's got to be fun. Talk trash, talk shit. Do what you got to do, but let's not cross lines. Like don't let it affect your day. Like I know friends that go home and get in fights with their wives because they're mad about their team's loss and they got shamed because some dude talked trash to them and they're embarrassed. So they go home and it affects their home life. Like, that's crazy. My wife don't even watch sports. You know what I mean? If I came home tripping off some sports, she'd be like, "¿Qué onda?" Like, she'll tell me real quick. She'll start going off of me in Spanish and smack me over the head with something. You know what I mean? So, like, nah. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that. Definitely not gonna do that. No, definitely no. Never rely on unpredictable ish to make you happy. Facts. I hate it, but I slowly have started losing faith in sports, and sports betting took off. Yeah, we're entering into a new reality when it comes to sports betting and like all these things. And definitely gotta keep an eye on it for sure. If you ever face obstacles with any of the content, Jeff, remember the reason you started. Love how you feel like you're having a convo with your grandfather. Yeah, facts, man. Let me get it. And that's how it is. Like I legitimately carry myself like I don't want to let him down. You know what I mean? I want to stick on the principles and the things that he taught me. Because that's exactly what it is, Kurt. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Because I talk about him a lot on my show. I will continue to. So it's kind of cool when you guys talk about it because it's a fundamental of mine. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what it is. Because he always taught me that. He always taught me that. Stay on point. Stay on point. You know what I mean? What are you trying to be great at? And if it's this, then it's this. Why are you worried about over there if this is what you're trying to be great at? You know, so that's what it is. So to me, it's the content. I want to be great at creating content. I want to be a go-to guy in this basketball and baseball realm. I want to be a trusted source in this space, right? The only way that happens is if I focus on the content. That's all that matters. Is the content and the people who pay attention to that content. That's all that matters in this game. You know what I mean? That's all that matters. Not saying you don't need the advice. Not saying you need the you could always. It's always advice, man, because you got to understand. You watch or listen to every one of my shows, so you're in position to give me advice because you'd be one of the first ones to notice if I was slipping. So no, I'm always going to be in position to need advice, opinions, feedback. You're foolish if not. You know what I mean? So I in no way, shape, or form think that I have everything figured out or that I know everything. By no stretch of the by no means. I learn something new every day. And if not, ChatGPT teaches me, just like you said. Controversial man. What's going on? I missed the 2000s for some reason. Just the vibes and the simplistic beauty, especially 2006, 7 to 2010-ish for some real music, MySpace, everything. You know what? You're right. See, I miss 96. No, maybe even earlier. I was young, like the 90s, like the music a lot, but I wasn't like, out in bars and the clubs. All I was too young. But like my thing was like, if I could take 96 to 2010 and just put that in a capsule, because I still have Big, I still have Pac, you know what I mean, all the way up to 2010. Basically like Kobe's run. You know what I mean? Like Kobe's run up until the end of the Lakers Celtics 2010, up from when like those years, or 15 years, from 95, from like when Pac signed to death row to Kobe versus Boston in 2010. Give me that window of all the vibes, all of everything. That era, put that in a bottle, and I'd be a happy guy. I feel like sometimes I live in that era every day, though. The music, movies, shows, conversations, slang, style. A lot of it I still rely on a daily basis. So I'm with you there. Controversial facts. Ooh, sorry, man. Too late. I just did a bunch of. Guess who's back again. I'm happy Skip Bayless is less relevant these days. I am too, because he's bad for business, man. He is bad for business. He preaches hate, and I don't even know if he's really like that in person. I don't know. But the fact that he's dedicated his entire life just to be controversial, those guys I just don't have a lot of respect for. And it's not like he's not an intelligent man, because he is. But he's an intelligent man that does stupid things. And maybe that makes him not intelligent. I don't know. But he's never been a guy that I've respected. I respect his hustle because he's there every day. He puts in the grind. I respect his commitment. But I don't respect him as a man. Not that he gives a shit, but I don't respect him as a man. What's crazy about winning, I realize as a fan, is we all go crazy for a few seconds of joy, maybe a minute or two of most, and it's crazy when you think about it. Well, you go back to your life, right? So that's what it is. You almost feel like I secured it. I'm going to hold on to this all summer if it's NBA, like all winter if it's MLB. It's almost like, okay, I did it. I don't got to hear the hate. I don't got to hear it. People can't tell me nothing for 4 months. It's kind of relief, one celebration to a point, right? But I get you. So it's weird how that all plays out. The world was a better place without social media. It has gotten too toxic. That's why I stay away from social media. So I kind of split the difference there. So I use social media, but I don't look at I use social media to post my basketball takes or music, stuff like that. But I don't be scrolling through timelines, is what it is. And if I get someone popping off sending something stupid, I just leave it be. You know what I mean? So, like for me, um, I put like my lists together. I look at my lists. I don't see everyone's posts. I don't look at all that. Like I look at what interests me and what I'm looking for. I don't let the matrix tell me what to look at. I seek out what I'm after. So I put my list together on X or Twitter. You know what I mean? On IG, like I'll check. My IG ain't nothing but puppies because of my dog. You know what I mean? All I see is food and puppies on my IG. I don't even go on it really. You know what I mean? I post but don't look really. And I'm on X probably. Sounds weird to say that. I'm on Twitter/X most of the time, but I'm looking at my list more than I'm looking at a timeline. So I don't see a lot of the stuff out there that's doesn't pertain to what I'm looking for. I don't let them dictate what I look at. I seek out what I'm interested in. So that's probably why it doesn't affect me as much because I'm not in all the BS. I was never in spaces. I was never in any of that stuff. I don't get into crazy debates on there. I have conversations. If I realize someone's just looking for smoke and just looking to be a punk, I just leave it. I leave it be. I don't do it. So I think if you approach it like that, you have more control over social media than you think. Sometimes we just get caught up in the matrix is all. I notice people in their 20s, 20 years ago are different than 20-year-olds now. Now they're legit older teenagers. Yeah, it's different. The responsibility is less. The hustle is less. The focus is less. Their futures potentially are less. Like it's a weird space to be in. I look at people from 20 years ago, same thing as you do, how 20-year-olds acted then versus now, and how single people are versus now versus then. Like, it is not the time to be single in this world, in any era. This might be the worst time in any era to be single. Because imagine trying to chase something in this era. My God bless y'all, man. Thank God I got wifey, man. I feel you. I'm stuck in 2016 to 2021 when Donda released. Oh, Donda. I ain't gonna front. Jail is my joint. Jail tonight. That is my jam for some reason. The with Jay. And honestly, the baby killed it too, though, man. But yeah, other than that, though, that was my joint for a minute. Jail just hit for me, man. Gen Zs are different. Facts. I'm a Gen Z that doesn't use social media. But there you go. I mean, maybe you shouldn't, though. Also, music these days are all about breakup. Music, I don't like. I don't want to be that guy to get off my lawn guy. I don't want to be the old guy. But I like skill. You know what I mean? And like I said, my type of hip hop and R&B and music, the stuff that I felt like the true talent. I stick with that. If someone came out today that was on that move like that, I'd still rock with it. But it's not necessarily a timing. It's just you either have that skill or you don't. And most of the people today don't. Like, there's no gatekeepers no more. We hated the gatekeepers until there was no gatekeeper. You know what I mean? Now people just throw out anything and it sticks and it's trash. It's also sad how nowadays you see young cats, athletes, rappers having kids when they in their teens and their early 20s acting wild, giving youth a bad message. That's always going to be, though. But that's on people to recognize it for themselves. What not to do. Like, if you look at someone, they're messing up and you do the same thing, you're a bigger idiot because you knew it was wrong and you still did it, So it's always going to be something with that. To me, that's what I say. Character counts. Integrity counts. How you carry yourself, how you treat others, the respect you give to others reflects on you. And as long as you honor those same principles, then typically in any era, you'll be fine. You have your challenges and your struggles, no doubt. But at the end of the day, like, if you just stay true to those principles, people that want problems pretty much are going to go somewhere else if you don't give them what they're looking for. You know what I mean? Every time I listen to Kanye, especially 04 to 16, yay, I get sad, nearly shed a tear. You know why? Man, see, I remember when Kanye first hit. Man, that was an era, man. That was Kanye. I definitely miss the old Kanye. Definitely miss the old. He always been little nuts, a little crazy, but a little extra. But the skill, like I said, the skill when he first came out, from a production standpoint, the rapping when he first came out. Man, what a time to be alive, man. What a time to be alive. I've been to 2 Kanye concerts and I miss that old Kanye. Yeah, man, I do too. I listen to old Kanye a lot. I know a lot of people have canceled him and don't tune into him at all. But I can't help. I can't, like, even R. Kelly, the old R. Kelly, man. Like I'm telling you, like it's in my like we grew up to it. You know what I mean? Like it's still like the Kanye's, all these like the music that changed our lives when we was younger. And like I said, I know a lot of people have cut these artists off, but it's still a time and era in my life that I look back on fondly. And that music was it was literally the soundtrack of my life at the time, listening to that stuff. So it's hard to just not still continue to listen to it because people are mad at them. If you were in Chris Rock, Will Smith situation, would you stand up for your wife or walk away? Controversial. So that's not a easy one to answer because their situation isn't like mine and my wife's. My situation be if someone's disrespecting my wife, we got a problem. You know what I mean? We got a problem. How I choose to deal with that problem, that's up to me, right? Um, but Will and Jada's situation, from everything that's been put out there, again, I don't know them, I don't know, but from everything that's been reported, that situation probably called for him to pass on it and deal with it later, because I feel like he was attacking the situation more than protecting her. He was over it. He was fed up. The rumors, getting caught up in a quote unquote entanglement, all these different things. He'd had enough, and it boiled over. So it would be unfair to rope my situation in my life into a same bucket as theirs, because it's not the same. It's not the same. Me and my wife have a solid, rock solid foundation. We have a beautiful marriage. Someone If someone disrespects my wife in public like that, and we're in an industry like that, and it's done before the world, we got a problem. You know what I mean? I'll choose how to handle it, but we got a problem. In their situation, it might have been good for him to sit on that, because at that point, I don't know what he's fighting for. You know what I mean? You got to learn to separate the music from the artist. Yeah, exactly, and everything. Just like you separate the scandal from the athlete, right? Same thing. R. Kelly, Home Alone is still my jam. Shout outs to Keith Murray. My. Yeah. Yeah. Kel's had so many bangers, bro. Like so many bangers. Any chance you listen to pop? Well, as far as listen, obviously, you go out to restaurants or you go out and about, you're gonna hear it. But as far as choose to play it myself, no, I don't. Well, Michael Jackson was the king of pop. I love Michael Jackson, but as far as new era pop, I didn't listen to a lot of pop. But once rap became technically top 40 is pop, because pop is popular, right? So yes and no, I guess is the best way to do it. I didn't do like boy bands or like the girl singer group, stuff like that. But as far as like top 40 pop, hip hop, stuff like that, if hip hop went into it, that's technically pop, right? But pop stuff, like I like Drake is a pop star. Drake is a pop star. He's more of a pop star than he is a rapper, believe it or not. Jada don't love Will stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The situation is different, man. Appreciate you, Serge. Appreciate you. Finding real love in this day. Yeah, man. My peoples that are single, God bless them, man. This day and age is hard. Yeah. If anything, Will should have made G.I. Jane 2 and cast Chris Rock as G.I. Jane. Yeah, I just think Will, like, if I'm Will, I don't put my career in jeopardy over her at this point. I just don't. I know you got children. I know she got disrespected in public, but she disrespects herself in public. So I'm not, if I'm Will, I'm not jeopardizing my career for her. If I'm Will. I keep on hearing Olivia Rodrigo on the radio. Right. Miles Bridges is hard to have thoughts on. He's really a good player, but his domestic case makes it hard to root for him. Yeah. A lot of guys, I mean, I separate. Like I said, I'm not rooting for him, but what I'm saying is it's not like I want the Lakers to beat Miles Bridges. I want them to beat the Hornets. You know what I mean? I guess is my point. Even Jackson Hayes' domestic issues got swept under the rug. A lot of dudes have these issues, man. A lot of them. Will had fumbled. People fumble stuff, man. People fumble stuff, man. It happens. Creed is top tier. Yeah. That one was. Kevin Porter Jr. career is over, no doubt. Yeah, I'm saying like Julio Urias, like free agent year, you're champion, proud of a country. You play for the Dodgers in a very heavy Mexican community. He let a community and a country down. And Urias situation is crazy, man. I love Julio Urias was my favorite Dodger prospect for a long time. I didn't have like all that next prospect as my favorite until Bobby Miller. But Julio was my guy before most anyone knew who he was. And he let me down, man. He disappoints me. I'm disappointed in him because he didn't do it just once. And if that's what happens in public, you only imagine what goes on at home, man. So, Julio, you brought this on yourself, brother. You brought it on yourself. Honestly, I really vibe with the clubs, house parties, and hanging with the homies, get-togethers, where it's at. Yeah, that's the best, man. Spending with your real ones, especially if you're blessed enough to have some day ones still around. Lost a lot of day ones in my time, some real early, some later on in life. So any chance you get with your day ones, or maybe not your day ones, but your main ones now, like the dudes who are just there for you, rock solid, hold you down for extended time. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. You need that. You know what I mean? You need that. And it's a true joy in life, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was talking about the in-season tournament, albeit not an NBA championship. It gave us those moments in December. You know what I mean? And that's why I loved it. Like I said, that's why I loved it. Not even as much about the Lakers winning as it was about spending it with my peoples. It just made it special. Julio's story hurt me so much. Man, I had to trash him on the show. Yeah. I'm truly disappointed in him, man. He let me down. And I don't know Julio. I don't have a relationship with Julio. He would know me if I passed him in a crowd. I still feel he let me down because I've been a believer in him and supporting him since he was 16 years old. So yeah, he let me down. I'm comfortable in saying that. Don't know too many dudes past 30 who go to the club like that. Believe it or not, there's a lot. And I got a lot of friends that are single still, or they got divorced, or just whatever. So like they'll be out and they're like, yo, come up, pull up. So I'll go meet up with them. You know what I mean? I'll hang for a bit. Or my wife will go with her friends. So we still be out. You know what I mean? We'll still go out. But like I said, I still enjoy myself. I still like to have fun. But at the same time, to me, it's not where I'm at. It's who I'm with. It's always about who I'm with. If I'm in a living room watching a game, if I'm out in the gazebo chilling, if I'm on the patio, if I'm on the porch, if I'm rolling around in the whip, you know what I mean? It's who I'm with. It's who I'm with, not necessarily where I'm at. So if the people I want to be with are at a location that's maybe not somewhere I want to go all the time, but they're there, I'll pull up. You know what I mean? I'll pull up for a bit. So, but it's not something I'm actively chasing or actively planning on. You're often chasing them down. Let's go here. Woo. Let's go here. I'm not doing that. Except for my voice. Damn. I'm not doing that. But like if they're all there, it's someone's birthday, and that's what they choose to do. Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna pull up, man. I'm gonna pull up in an Uber, of course. 20-year-olds go to clubs, 30+ dudes go to bars. Yeah. Technically a lounge bar. Yeah, stuff like that. But like I said, for me, it's about who the people are and where they at. Over where they at. Dang, it's 1 a.m. Thanks for staying up late, Jeff. Oh, no doubt. I'm about to shut it down in a minute. We just, spending some time with you guys here, talking a little non-basketball for a little bit, and then head out here. What we think about Bobby Boucher in Toronto? Man, you're talking about Dante Bichette's son? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, it's Search is 2 hours, I think 2 hours later than me. So shout out to Search, man. He gonna sleep in tomorrow, man. He gonna sleep in. Especially his sleep is all messed up. He been across the globe out there on his taking stuff with his particular set of skills, just assassinating people, just getting back. You know what I mean? Reminds me when Lord Jamar criticized M for his music not playing in the club. Since when does anyone know Lord Jamar? Yeah, and Eminem had the best line ever. When he said, he goes, yeah, they still play you in the club because you still performing them. Like, come on. Anyone dissing M's career or acting like people don't listen to M? I've said this all the time. People who think that people don't listen to M in the hood. Have you ever been to Detroit? Have you been to Detroit? Detroit is as hood as it gets. Who do you think they listen to, bro? F out of here, man. Dudes is wild. Dudes wake up. Dudes wake up hating. Have some breakfast first, man. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Nah, Spicy P's back up. Oh, okay. My bad. Like, you talk baseball a lot, Angel, so I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. I don't know. Hold on. My homie Jeff putting in work late. It's past 1 a.m. That's what's up. Hey, DJ, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Yeah, man. Yeah, I came on. Lakers had a little disappointing loss. People were upset. Just trying to help people get through it. Them to just, talk basketball. My wife, you over here doing her crazy New Year's house cleaning. Can't have a speck of dust in the house going into New Year's, apparently. So she's only cleaned the house like 3 times. Baby, on your 4th time now or what? What's up? She says whatever. So yeah, so I'm up, man. I'm up. I'm gonna shut it down in a bit, but let me see what we got to here. Did we get the 50 likes here yet? Yo, hold on. Let me refresh this joint. Bang, there we go. We got to 55 likes in the building, man. We got 798 subs, man. Come on, we 2 away from 800. If you have not subbed up yet, please go and hit that sub. Trying to get 800 tonight. Don't know if it's going to happen, but I appreciate y'all if you hit that sub tonight. I appreciate y'all. No problem. Search. Jeff and the wife, you got any travel plans soon or any places you want to see on a bucket list? Yeah, we're actually planning some stuff. Trying to see what's what, but locked in on a few occasions. It's our anniversary. Well, obviously anniversary every year, but this number is kind of a good one. So definitely gonna plan something for next year. And we're actually gonna plan a couple trips, man. I feel like I've been a little light on the trips post-COVID. I've done some family trips, Thanksgiving and stuff like that. But as far as like vacation, like going somewhere like tropical or going to something like that, that's like a real relax like a vacation type thing. Haven't been able to do that as much in the last couple of years. So definitely next year is going to be the move on that. So yeah, planning a few different things. I definitely want to get back to New York next year, probably Chicago. And then somewhere out of the country, Mexico or, Bahamas, Dominican, something like that, for sure. What is that you or him? What the heck is that? Jesus, this puppy. Well, terroristic puppy is back in the building tonight, man. Quick take on the Lions fiasco. Honestly, Angel, so I was wrapped up in the Laker fiasco. I was out. I got family in town, had a family obligation, went out to dinner. I was watching the Laker game. I didn't see a second of what happened in the dude's going crazy over here. Sorry, my puppy is nuts. I didn't see a second of what happened in the Lions game. I'm uninformed. I have no idea. I will, but I don't know yet. I don't have nothing yet. You and DTLF should do some double date event video. Invite your spouses on the show. That would be cool. Except that'd be cool. My thing is, Dan's girl like knows the Lakers and knows sports. My wife don't watch sports. She'll watch the Dodgers. Like she'll watch the Dodgers. She'll watch the Lakers in the playoffs. But if we just talking sports, my wife ain't gonna tune out. Like she can be like, what are you guys doing? Like she'll talk. She talks trash. My wife is funny as hell though. She's sassy as shit. She's spicy. You guys will love her. She clowns me a lot. She talks a lot of trash. We talk a lot of trash back and forth. But yeah, she's not on the sports tip. But it's funny because it's funny you say that because before I was going to do a sports podcast, I did some music ones with my brother Easy Money, DJ Deadeye, Static Select and them. So I was doing a music one, and then I was going to do like a podcast, but wasn't centered around sports, and it was going to be something like along the lines of that, of like like I was torn between doing something like with my boys who are a hot mess, and it's like I'm the married guy who I feel like I got my stuff together, but I'm surrounded by a bunch of dudes that don't, and I still think it's a great show idea because these dudes are grade A comedy. And I feel like their life lessons are great for everyone else to not follow. So I feel like there's a legitimate entertainment value there, and I still might do it. It's just the timing, right? But some of my boys, man, some of my dudes, oh my God, grade A comedy. And so I wanted to do something like that. And another was just kind of like that. Kind of like it's funny you say the double date because it was kind of along the lines of what I was gonna do. Um, Something along the lines of that. Um, Non-sports. So then I just got into the sports side of it. I've been going down that path during 2020. During COVID, I was helping people kind of do their shows on the back end, like being the guy who knows like equipment and technology and stuff like that. So was I was doing it for them, like, yo, I can just do this for myself now. Like I got the equipment, I know the systems now, make it happen. You know what I mean? So, but it wasn't all going to be sports initially. I'm glad it is. I'm glad it did, but that wasn't the original plan. So it was funny you mentioned that because that was kind of the path I was on. I'm staying up for New Year, like through New Year or up for New Year. God bless you for being here and commenting and sharing things about your life. Mass respect. Shout out to Search, man. Search is starting to get delirious here later on the night. Man. Search, I know you're tired, man. You're good, man. You put in your time if you need to fall out. He's like, Jeff, sign off already. Dang. I recently got into birria tacos out the truck. Best Mexican food. You're talking about birria? Oh, birria is fire. That's what you mean. Facts. The consomme, the birria, man. Get yourself some of those dorado birrias, birria tacos when they bought the cheese on the outside. Oh my God. Ooh. Man. I know what you mean, Serge. Holding the wall, taqueros, be the best Mexican food. Most of the best food, simplistic beauty mixed with bold flair. Absolutely, man. I got those are everywhere. I can go outside my house and left to the right. That's everywhere around here. I live in a certified Spanish neighborhood, man. So that stuff is everywhere around here. Jeff is the cool dad chaperone of the kids around me. right? Yeah, man. I'm what they say, the urban daddy. Like, oh, that's funny. The podcast with your friends sounds like a great idea. I'm not much of a comedy guy, but the rest sounds great. Yes, you are. Get the hell out of here, man. I'm telling you, my boys are like they're crazy. I have to I don't even know if I can. Well, I probably could. They're extra, man. They're extra. Some of their stories, just talking to them after a date, after they go on a date with someone, is so epic. It's so epic. Like they've had some of the craziest, man. 3 a.m. in Texas. I got 2 hours left on my shift. Oh, there you go, man. There you go. Church is too busy being a bad influencer. Yo, it happens, man. Hey, Connor, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to build out an overall like just this network I'm trying to build here, right? With the basketball, the baseball, amongst some other things. But then I definitely want to get into some other things, but maybe not on this channel, maybe growing into something else, maybe like a podcast, something that's not live, right? But I really want to get like just a whole like entertainment movement really going, right? Not just stick to basketball, baseball, but grow it. But baby steps. But those are the goals. I really want to build out a platform, but because I feel I've got a wide range of things I could talk about and bring in and a whole wide cast of characters to include in it. So I'm excited for 2024, man. I think we have a really good chance to expand some things out here for sure. Hey, Jake, thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. Jeff Levine is better fit because he can shoot better threes, slasher, score, and about that is a perfect third option next to LeBron and AD, right? Well, again, I talked about this. Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate the support here. On the late night here. So for me, it's this. Everything you say about Levine, I have no problem with. My thing with Levine is just that contract is brutal. So when you're looking at that contract, okay, his scoring is going to go down. So his threes are going to go down. His slashing is going to go down. His points are going to go down. His usage rate is going to go down. His touches are going to go down. Everything is going to go down except for his money. So you're going to be basically paying him for the production he did in Chicago when you'll be lucky to get half of that in LA. That's my beef. It's not a beef with the man, the player. It's the contract. If he had 1 year left, 2 years left, maybe, okay, maybe not as tough to stomach. But the fact that he's got 4.5 years left on that type of money, he's just not worth it to me. Because at some point you're going to be counting on him to be your second guy. And I just don't think he's that. That's just my opinion. And I've been to Detroit, saw a Red Wings game, felt like I was at an open air prison. Facts. Detroit is wild, bro. Detroit is wild. I've been there a few times myself. Detroit is wild, man. Crazy how Magic missed out on playing with Kobe. Crazy how Magic missed out on playing with Kobe and Shaq. Could have happened if he stayed one extra year. Magic would have been the player coach. He still had it in 96, to be honest. Here's the thing though. They had to renounce him to get the money to sign Shaq. So it wouldn't have worked. He wanted more money and a bigger role. He wasn't going to be given that, so he retired again. So I get what you're saying. It just wasn't going to work because he wanted, like, again, more money, and he wanted to be more minutes at point guard and a bigger role. If they did that, they wouldn't have been able to sign Shaq. So wasn't going to work. He had to be out the door at that point. But I get what you're saying. It would have been crazy because he just missed him. But it just wasn't going to happen financially. Let's bounce back tomorrow, Jeff. Yeah, I think we will. But they need to just to put it to bed, right? Empire Jeff, by the way, my real name is Jeff. My name is JSJ because it's always it's a way to sound it's a way to sound my initial. So JSJ. Oh, dope. Nice. You got a good first name in there. Good job. Parents, good job naming you, man. Appreciate you. I'm saying that for only people here. I'm not going to say it for anywhere else. Gotcha. We all agree to never deal with the Miami guards again, right? Man, it's funny because it's not the same situation because this is something Kendrick Nunn situation was just the Lakers misinforming us. That bone bruise, it's not abnormal for guys to be out an entire year with that to the level that it was. They were kind of misleading us. This one is a little different. I understand the time off isn't going to be different. Well, it is. He'll be back. He won't be out the whole year, but it is different, but the same, I guess you could say. So, man, yeah, Miami be running their dudes down for sure, man. Would Kyrie average the same with the contract next to Bron and AD? Wait, would Kyrie average the same with that contract next to Bron and AD using the same logic you did with Levine? What's the difference? The difference is he will not average the same. Again, anyone playing Kyrie is a two, not a two guard, which he can play two guard, but he's a number two option. If you make a number two option a number three option, then he wouldn't average the same next to Bron and AD. So the logic would remain the same. His money is better than Levine's, though. He just signed it. It's below max money. It's manageable, shorter term. So Kyrie's situation isn't the same. It's not the same logic. But in the same logic, him going from a 2 to a 3, then yes, his touches, his usage, his shots would go down. His money would remain the same, but his money isn't as disgusting as Zach LaVine's, nor as long as Zach LaVine's. So in those mathematics, I would choose Kyrie's situation over LaVine's 10 times out of 10. Plus, he's a ball handling guard who can play and get those other two involved. Well, LaVine's really not a guy that's going to do that much. I love to see you I love to see you a one-on-one call in shows where people can call, talk sports, and 3 questions outside of sports. Yeah, we can do that. Like something similar to Dan's like phone call Fridays. Yeah, that's something I've always wanted to do. I'm working on getting like I said, I'm gonna have to get some people on here to help me. So what I want to do is I want to do that, but I want to kind of screen people, right? Like they do like on radio shows to make sure just people aren't going to come up here and act a fool. Their equipment sounding right, like all these different things that makes it easier to pull it off. So that's when I say by building out the show and growing things, that's what I want to do. I want to have like a sports talk radio show. People call in, I take calls in between segments, we do things. That's what I want to do. So we will get to that. But again, I need to get some help and get someone who can, get the people in, get them screened, see what they want to talk about, and make sure, it's not a big old echo fest when they get out here, right? And the equipment's bad. And before you know, instead of doing a show, you're doing technical support. So I don't want to deal with any of that. So once I get that worked out, like I said, the channel starts getting a little bigger, making a little bit more money in the channel where I can put more money into the channel. Then it's going to get to a point where things like that are going to be like routine, and they're definitely going to get on that. So we're kind of on the same page with that. So that's exactly what I want to do. And yeah, and it will be like, okay, we'll talk sports. What else you got? What else you want to talk about? I feel like I'm a well-rounded guy that can talk a bunch of different stuff. So that would be kind of fun. Okay, Jeff, but what trade do you think can help us become a championship contender? To me, it's Caruso and Drummond. 2 guys we already had, just didn't work out at the time. Drummond was hurt and Caruso was hurt. They were both hurt. People forget that in 2021. So I would love that. Like Karis LeVert, like I said. But if I had my choice, it would be the Caruso and Drummond move. That would be mine. I think that's something that can truly help us. Imagine if LeBron signed with the Lakers in 2010. Yeah, that wouldn't have happened. They didn't have the money. And second of all, yeah, that would have been nuts. That would have been crazy, man. Holy, it's my real mystery what the Lakers will do for trades. This is true. Who nobody knows, honestly. True. It's just going to be traded around. It's just going to be traded around the fringes. I don't see blockbuster deal. Yeah, nor do I. Nor do I. If you get Kyrie, then Braun would be able to take a back seat because Kyrie can get you 40. AD, I don't know how he'll get more space, but Kyrie ain't a playmaker. AD not a shooter like Kevin Love. Yeah, no, I get you. That's what I'm saying. But I think that Kyrie in stretches, and also if AD and Braun are out or playing less minutes, I think the non-LeBron minutes, Kyrie could like dominate in. And playmaker, I think he can do pick and roll with AD. I really think he could. Pick and pop with AD. So I still think him and AD would fit great. I think that the Wizards deal, like Gafford, Tyus Jones, can help us out a lot. I like Tyus Jones. I really do. Gafford is still a little bit light, but I do like him. But that is something that might come into play. I don't know if it's something that's going to happen, but it's something that can definitely come into play. So we're going to wait to see on that one. Oh, see what Malik could pull out. Tyus Jones would be a downgrade from D'Lo. Well, Tyus Jones for the longest time was the best backup point guard in the league. I don't know if you get him as a starter, but you need a guy who can play in stretches in that role. So I like Tyus Jones. I do. And it's not necessarily is he better than D'Lo, but will he fit here better? That's what you have to look for. Because again, you can have guys that are not as good as the player you had, but a better fit. Isn't Drummond slow-footed? He is, but he's a big body. He can do the dirty work. He can rebound. And he can block shot. He's an effective big next to AD when healthy. Expecting unexpected facts. Yeah, make sure you screen those calls. I had someone flush the toilet on my live tweets. Hey DJ, man, you got some characters, brother. You got some characters. God bless you, DJ. I always tell you that. God bless you, DJ. God bless you, DJ. Yeah, because you got some of these dudes on some people. I'm not saying your channel, you know what I'm saying. Some people just don't know how to act, and you get them out here, and I think they don't understand, or I don't want to say they don't respect. I don't think they understand the amount of work it takes. And then you have to go out, like if there's something said that's crazy, you got to go out and edit it out. People are putting channels at risk. Like all we ask is this: if you come up here, we understand you don't do YouTube, you don't have your own channel, you're not professional, but at least respect those that are trying to be professional. That's all we ask, man. This isn't. We're trying to put out a quality show here, so like at least come up and don't don't get crazy, man. He flushed the toilet. That's wild, DJ. Yo, that's wild, man. Oh, that's wild. I'm gonna hit you up later. You know who that was. Catalytic and Clarkson or Sexton help us. They can help us, but what's the cost? I don't know if that's I don't know if I want to give Utah all of our picks, right? We gave him a pick last year. I don't know if we want to, I'm not trying to give him a pick for that deal. But if Utah's trying to get out of Colin Sexton's contract, then maybe they make that move. Olynyk, or trying to get out of Clarkson and Sexton's contract because Olynyk's a free agent at the end of the year. But maybe if they want to dump some salary long term, then maybe they make a move like that. But I'm not giving up a pick for those guys. That I'm not doing. It's still crazy, man. Big Penguin. Yep. Big Penguin. Big Penguin. If we can't get Levine, let's get Caruso, Drummond, or Dorian Finney-Smith. He's a reliable shooter and a great. Yeah, see, those are along the lines of what I want. Like Levine, it's no shade towards Levine. I just don't think it'll work. And that money is just too hefty for me, man. Cameron, what if it what do you got coming out the East? Right now I'd say Boston, obviously. But we'll see. We'll see what moves get made. We'll see what happens. I've given up on believing in Philly, even though with Harden not there. But Embiid, until Embiid proves he can get past the second round, I'm not trusting it. But Boston, I'm on Boston hands down right now. We'll see how that plays out. Colin Sexton is the type of player that needs the exposure and attention. The Lakers are a good spot for him, like Cam. Yeah, and he's more skilled than Cam. So, and that boy is not afraid of the moment. He goes hard. I like Colin Sexton. I always have. He's gritty, but like as far as like he don't back down for people. I like players like that. Vando, I'm not high on. as other, depending on the moves. I can see Vando becoming an odd man out, given him being a non-factor on offense. He can be a non-factor on offense if you have other offensive players, but if you have Cam out there with him, it makes no sense. If you've got four guys that can score, you need a Cam out there because you need a lockdown guy. So give me Cam, but he needs to be out there with guys who can get buckets. Outside, sorry, not Cam, Vando. Give me Vando with dudes out there that can get buckets, and he's perfect. But if you don't got guys out there that can get buckets, then yeah, Vando is going to struggle. Let's be real. That Vando and Cam lineup is great in defense, but not in offense. We're lacking offense. Yeah, if Bron and AD don't get 10 points each in the first quarter, that lineup is trouble. I agree. Jeff, what were your honest thoughts on THT? I thought he'd be like a D Will. They had similar frames, big scoring guards, AR low key, everything we thought THT would be. I thought THT would be a solid role player. I never had envisioned him more than that. I never thought he was going to be a star, an all-star, nothing like that. I felt we stole him. I did. But then it just became a guy who wasn't a shooter, needs the ball in his hands, playing next to Brown. Like he wasn't going to develop here. Like it wasn't going to work the way we thought. So I get why they moved him. I liked him, didn't love him, but I liked him as a potential long-term fit as a role player. And I feel like, yeah, Reeves. Once Reeves got there, they had their guy that they thought they had in THT as far as a guy that can get his own shot, score the ball. Doesn't have the length, obviously, but yeah, they got Reeves, and he became expendable. I hear you. I hear you. But I'm talking about right now. The question was right now. Right now, they are. The East is kind of in shambles right now. Ham should give Max some time, cut Cam Reddish minutes. At least Max has 3 and plays good defense. Yeah, if it were me, Max would be giving all of Cam's minutes right now. If it were up to me. I hate the Celtics. You know, it's funny. I'm a diehard Laker fan. I don't hate the Celtics. I just hate losing to them. I mean, the rivalry of the 80s, like most people alive today, there is no rivalry to them. They've never seen anything outside of 08 and 2010, right? So, like the Spurs, you know, Suns, like Kings, like those guys, we've had way more battles with than the Celtics over the last 30 years, right? So, to me, the rivalry is not the same as the people who came before us, like the generation before us. Please do not talk about the bad guys. I would just ask the question. Exactly what I thought. I want trades to beat Boston. Yeah, Boston's going to be a problem, man. If they stay healthy. They're not deep. Their depth will be tested because if they get an injury, they're going to struggle. We need Braun, Reeves, Rui, Vando, AD to start together. Let me see this again. Braun, Reeves, Rui, Vando, AD. Okay. Well, if you've got Braun, Reeves, and Rui, who the hell is guarding point guards? Rui and Braun can't guard wings. That is a lot of pressure on Vando and AD in that starting lineup. Not a ton of shooting. So I get it. But that's not a perfect lineup either. They don't have one right now. They don't have one. Vando D turns into offense. There you go, my man Brandon Burney. That's what's up. Absolutely right. Vando's D does turn into offense. And when the Lakers are in transition, that's when they're at their best. But when they're not turning the ball over and they're not stopping guys from scoring, a guy like Vando his skill set doesn't show as much. But Vando needs to be on the floor with other offensive players, and because then he can stand out. With him, AD, like I said, that's why I like the idea right now of Reeves and Vando off the bench because you can bring offense and defense off the bench, especially because Vando isn't right now. But that's it. You hit it on the head there, Brandon. Vando D turns into offense. Facts. Rui needs to start. Again, like if he can't guard wings, like it's gonna make it difficult. Like I said, you're gonna have 2 guys out there and Braun and him that aren't gonna be guarding wings, and then you're gonna be in some trouble. How about GP2 and Thibault? They're good defensive guards. Yeah, but you remember what Golden State just gave up for Gary Payton? Not sure they'll look to move on from him yet. Thibault, maybe. I say it again. I do not want to hear about. I'm sorry, I've asked the question. I hope Ham realizes Rui needs to start as our power forward and Vanderbilt on the bench because he hurt us in offense, though. Yeah, Jake, but the problem is if you're starting Rui at power forward, that means you're then moving LeBron to the 3, and he can't guard wings. So you need a Torian Prince out there to guard the wings, or a Brando to guard wings. One of those guys needs to be in the lineup. Can we target Tobias Harris? He's an unrestricted free agent next year. Well, we could target him all we want, but I don't. And thanks for pulling up, Gravy Minions. Appreciate you. We could target him all we want, but I don't know what Philly would be interested in for him. I think Philly may move him because he's an unrestricted free agent for someone like Jeremy Grant. Then Portland maybe buys out Tobias Harris if they get what they want for Grant or get Grant's contract off their books. Then the Lakers could potentially. I think the Lakers are going to be in position to get someone of a pretty big stature in the buyout market because I think moves are going to be made. And if a player like Tobias Harris status ends up in like Portland, where he's playing for nothing, they have no need for him. They're not going to re-sign him. So I think when I say big name, I feel like a relevant current player, not a former All-Star who's on their way out the league and is just a big name. I'm talking about a guy who could still help a contending team. I think there's going to be a good amount of those guys available this buyout season. I truly do. Braun, Vando, Rui, AD, and Wood. Please try it. So again, you have one guy who can guard wings in this lineup and no guys who can guard point guards, though, Brandon. So you're hoping that your length and switching, are you running some zones here? We need a point of attack defender. Vando can't guard wings and point guards because Rui and Braun can't guard wings and they can't guard point guards. AD and Wood could switch on the perimeter. I don't mind this lineup being in there at times, but as a starting lineup, that's playing with fire. My starting lineup I want is a mix of shooting, defense, scoring, and it has some it's got some valid like data behind it because they've played over 150 possessions. Is D'Lo at the 1, Max Christie at the 2, Taurean Prince at the 3, Braun at the 4, AD at the 5. Give me that lineup for 4.5 minutes to start the game. All the metrics are great except for offensive rebounding. And I'd like to see that one to give it a try because then you got AR off your bench, Christian Wood off your bench, Vando with defense off your bench, Rui off your bench. And this lineup has played solid together when given opportunities. 150 possessions, and I've seen some good things with it. I would like to see it try that one game and see where it goes. Celtics fans can kiss my I hear you. Ron is low-key what ruined team rivalries this generation, I think. Man, I don't know. It's just a lot of players change teams. It wasn't just Braun. I think it's hard to keep rivalries because a lot of people don't stay around for long. So I don't know if Braun is responsible for that, but maybe. Is Reeves or Ginobili, or do you think he'll return to the starting 5 eventually? I think for this team right now, his better fit is as Ginobili right now. Jeff, do you know Tyler from As It Stands Lakers? He said he wants LaVine so bad because that's the Lakers need a third option. They can't hit threes and slash to the rim. Do you agree with him? I know who Tyler is. I love his show. He's great content. I don't get to watch him as much as I used to, obviously because doing my channel. But I respectfully disagree with this. Not from a standpoint of need a third option and that he can hit threes and slash. I don't agree with him there. I mean, I said I don't disagree with him there. I disagree with about him wanting LaVine so bad because of that contract. Again, it's not about Zach. It's no shade to Zach. I just don't want 4.5 years of that deal. I don't, because the production will not be the same as it is in Chicago, but you're paying him to do that production that he's doing in Chicago, and you're not going to get it. So that's where I'm at with that. Rui defense isn't as bad as they say. He's not that bad on the perimeter. He can get gritty. But he can't guard wings. He can't guard wings an entire game. He's not a 3. He's just not. He's not a 3. So I get what you're saying. He has grit, but great is great, but grit isn't skill to guard a 3, to guard a wing. We don't want LaVine on that contract. Yeah, I don't for sure. Vando can't start, Jeff. No, not right now. He can't start because he's not healthy. But when he is, he was part of the starting lineup that got us to the Western Conference Finals. I mean, the whole team burned out, but I just think it's convenient how people just want to blame D'Lo and Vando and, not others that didn't do their job as well. He doesn't have to score if you have 4 scorers. That's my point. Who's worse, Clipper fans or Warriors fans? Believe it or not, I did a YouTube short and a reel on IG talking about why Clipper fans are not the worst fans in the league, because real, genuine Clipper fans are cool people. these bandwagon people seeking refuge in Clipper colors because they hate LeBron and hate the Lakers, those aren't real Clipper fans. They just hop from team to team, whoever they feel is a threat to LeBron and the Lakers. That's it. So with that being said, I'm gonna say Warriors. Both. I agree with you, Serge. Boston has a great starting five, but Porzingis won't stay healthy all season. Yeah, they get very thin when they go to the bench, and if an injury happens, they're gonna be in trouble, especially come playoff time. Max, LeBron, Vando, AD, Reeves. Let's go. Okay, that's better. That's better. So you're getting there. But like I said, the other lineup we didn't have no one that can do that. So that's not a terrible one. Jeff is a coach, so he sees it different. All good. No, I mean it's just my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. I'm not saying I'm right or you're wrong. That's just my principles, what I believe on. That's just my style. Doesn't mean I'm right. I just want to see that lineup once. And it's like as far as Vando goes, like you can have a guy out there like Draymond didn't score. I mean, he can get a couple baskets. He was more efficient with the ball in his hands. He could put the ball on the floor. So it's not the same. But what I'm saying is when he was locking in on defense and had like 2 points in a finals game and dominated on defense, like Vando has that type of ability. He really does. No, I get you though. If we get Tobias, you're just asking for Doc Rivers to be your head coach. Facts, bro. I did facts, and I do not want that. I have nightmares of that, man. As it stands, Lakers is a clickbait channel. Evan, I'm not here to talk about anyone's channel. I didn't mean to read that out loud. Actually, my fault. I mean, I wouldn't call it. I mean, from what I've seen from him, I wouldn't call him clickbait. I think he just goes with the videos that he does, people talk about. People throw out there like, what about this? What about this? You think this could be a trade? Do you think this could be a trade? So there's a market for that. You know what I mean? It's not something that I choose to cover, like every single potential trade aspect. So I think some of them are a little bit overboard, but that's me. Doesn't mean he's wrong. Doesn't mean like it just doesn't mean any of that. Like that's his niche. That's his niche. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna label him clickbait because there are people, there are Laker fans who scour the entire internet all day looking up those situations. So I get why some people will cover those. I get it. That's their niche. So so I wouldn't necessarily call someone clickbait because people are out there actively looking up these things. You know what I mean? So there's people who want to have those conversations. If it will cost Reeves for a significant trade, who will you trade him for? It depends who it is. I wouldn't trade him for Levine. I would probably trade him. I would make him probably available for Murray, but I don't think it would be enough to get him. Like I'm not moving him for DeRozan. I'm not moving him for Levine because, like I said, I don't want Levine's deal. I would love to keep Austin Reeves, but I wouldn't keep Austin Reeves as it meant we could get better. There's only two guys I feel are untouchable. That's Braun and AD. If we could get better, everyone's on the table as far as I'm concerned. But it doesn't mean we just trade them to trade them. No hate against as it stands Lakers. It's one way to get views. No, I wasn't saying you were. I just didn't want to be because I read it out loud. I didn't mean to. I don't want to come off as that. I don't believe he's clickbait. Like I said, I believe that. Like I said, I get asked those like JS. If you saw the DMs I get on a daily basis asking him about those type of trade scenarios, like all kinds of ones. Does this work in the CBA? Does this? Can this trade? So I get why he covers it because he probably gets messages too. You know what I mean? So there's a market for it. I just choose to not do it because it's not my niche. You know what I mean? If that's his niche, then that's cool. But I think so. I wouldn't label him clickbait. Like I wouldn't do that. Because there's, like I said, people are actively out here trying to ask these questions. So there's a market for it. I need Lakers versus Timberwolves Western Conference Finals. Well, I don't think the Timberwolves are going to get there. Lakers might not either, but I definitely don't think Timberwolves are getting there. I def move D'Lo, Gabe, Rui for Siakam and Gary Trent. Imagine Reeves, Trent, Braun, Siakam, AD. That would be an insane. Siakam and Trent can lock MFs up. D'Lo, Gabe, Rui, Siakam, Gary Trent. I get why the Lakers would do that deal. I don't get why Toronto would do that deal, though. They wouldn't be incentivized to do that deal. No, it would be insane. Dan really can't stand anything Clipper like, dude. Face to I know. I mean, he has a lot of trolls though that are like that Clipper fan. He's been doing this a long time. He's had a lot of trolls. A lot of people like going crazy for a long time, up in his in his shows, causing disturbance. So I get why he's annoyed with him. Like I said, I get it. It's funny to me though. LeBron locked up Anthony Edwards. LeBron can guard when he wants to. When he wants to, yeah, but when he wants to and when he does is two totally different things. LeBron is mostly responsible. It wasn't Cleveland versus Toronto. It was LeBron. It was LeBronto. It wasn't the Heatles versus the Mavs or Spurs. It was cramps LeBron. Even Golden State versus Cleveland was just Bron in the step. No, I hear you. I hear you. Clippers Lakers is just LeBron versus Kawhi. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. And their fan bases. Fanboys versus fanboys. That's all it is. DeMar DeRozan, Caruso, and Drummond will get traded to Lakers before the trade deadline. Mark my words. Stanley Johnson is Monco. Well, DeMar at 28, Caruso at 9, Drummond at about 3. It's about $40 million. Maybe you're right. I wouldn't bet on it. We need some more dogs on this team. If we start D'Lo, AR, and JHS, that's a 3-dog line. Come on, Kurt. Come on, Kurt. Siakam would be everything the Lakers are asking for. He can play big next to AD, can guard every position, score, play off the ball, and it's a champ. Not questioning that, but I think other people would offer more for that package than the Lakers would. I don't agree with the Lakers side of it. Again, I just don't see why Toronto would. DeJounte Murray will get traded to the Sixers. Let me think about that. I don't know. I hadn't thought about that much, so just give me a second. I'm processing that. But I think the Knicks have more to offer. I think if OKC wanted him, they have more to offer. If Murray is actively on the market, his market is going to be much bigger than Levine's. He'll go to the highest bidder, and Philly can get outbid. Zach LaVine will get traded to the Kings, mark my words. That's possible. That's possible. I think Sacramento and Golden State are much more in play for Zach LaVine than people think. Could Fox and Hallie have worked? Dan certainly thinks so. I don't know. Could they have worked? They're both incredibly talented. But I didn't see enough. It would be like it would kind of be like Braun and D Wade. Okay, your turn, or Braun and Kyrie, your turn, your turn. I don't know about the flow. But as far as worked, I mean, they'd score points. But like win, I don't know, because neither one of those guys playing any type of defense. So even if those guys score again like 60 points, they're going to give up damn near that too. So from a work perspective, I don't think they could have won a lot, because they wouldn't be able to, that backcourt wouldn't be able to stop anyone. But I still can't believe they did that trade. That was crazy. Siakam will get traded to Miami. Mark my words. Miami, possible. But again, Miami can be outbid. So these are good ideas. But if Toronto's looking for best value, what does Miami have that Toronto wants? You know what I mean? I'm going to bed. Love y'all. God bless my brother Jeff. See you. Hey, see you, Serge. I'm gonna shut it down in a few minutes too. Appreciate you rocking this late, man. I know it went way late tonight. I'm just about done here myself. This was a really long stream. Good point, Jeff. Peace out, Serge. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I think I'm getting to that point too. Let me see here. Merch versus Serge. I'd honestly rather see Braun give consistent effort on D if he can play this long. Then what's the issue with him focus and more on the defensive side? Yeah, no, I hear you. I think we'd all love that. It just he's up there in age. It's hard to do it. Reason the Raptors do it is because they risk losing him for nothing, like Van Vliet. That's why they moved OG. But they moved OG and they got Barrett, who's already signed long term. They got Quickly, who they can match, and they got basically a first round pick, the end of the first round, because they got Detroit's second round pick. That's a lot more value than what the Lakers would be able to give for Siakam. That's way more than D'Lo, Rui, and Gabe. Like, I don't see the value of that for Toronto. Murray would actually be a great fit in Miami. He would. But again, they don't want Duncan Robinson. They don't want Kyle Lowry. Like, who are they giving up? You know what I mean? They're gonna want value. Do people forget Murray disappeared against Boston last postseason, both in games and when he got suspended? Do you think this is the last season LBJ will play for the Lake Show? I do not. I don't. I think he opts into next year. Getting Caruso, Drummond, and Dorian will help us a lot. I want them so bad, Rob, to get it done. Yeah, those would be marginal moves that I think could help. Absolutely. Stanley Johnson has some great prediction. Stanley Johnson can predict where everyone else is going except for Stanley Johnson, right? But on that note, y'all, I'm going to shut it down, man. It's been 3 hours, man. It's been great rocking with y'all tonight. Good chilling with the crew up here tonight on Empire Jeff TV and the community, man. I appreciate you guys for spending your Saturday night with me. You can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that, man. So bless you guys, man. You guys have a good New Year's Eve day and New Year's Eve evening. Y'all stay safe. Y'all have fun. Trade take us to the next level. I don't know if there's a trade this year that can take us to the next level, Connor. But yeah, y'all have a great night. Y'all stay safe, man. What would we need to trade to get Caruso, Drummond, and Dia? Caruso and Drummond could be D'Lo alone. D'Lo and probably some type of protected pick could probably get that done. Don't know about DFS. I don't know what his market is. I have to look into that. But again, on that note, I'm gonna head out of here, guys. Thank you guys for hanging with us tonight. Stay safe. Lakers are back at it tomorrow. I might be on sometime during the day tomorrow. I got some baseball coverage to go over, but appreciate you guys. Thank you for everyone who dropped a like on the video. If you haven't done so already, please drop a like on your way out the door. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, become a member. We've got 3 levels of members here. We got mini mid-level, and full mid-level. Going to become a member to the show. They're going to have some member-only videos coming up soon. In the comment section, let me know what you think. And like I said, super thanks in the comment section, or like super chats in the live stream. So any way you guys can help out the channel would be greatly appreciated. But again, appreciate you guys. Y'all stay safe. I will catch you guys on the next one. Yeah, you're welcome, Jess. Appreciate you, man. Night, Jeff. Thanks as always. Have a good one, Kurt. You guys have a good intro into 2024, man. So be safe. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.